2. He bettered his best attempt by 1 centimetre then. The Ukrainian will head back to Javelin shortly, but we have some more track events to bring you.
So super exciting at men's javelin. It will just be Arne Lasper to complete the 4th round, holding on to that lead at just 14 centimetres. But we have got heat 2 of this women's 100-metre hurdles. Lossell there of Denmark in lane 1, 14:12 to qualify for this round. And Agasara of India, fantastic run to get into this semi-final, 14:18, personal best of 13:17. Stang of Finland representing their nation so well already, but Kumbunji, the famous sprinting family, 13:30 to progress her into this semi-final. Milend of Estonia, 13:56, got her to this lane, and lane 7 will be Toth, Hungary, 13:67 earlier today, and Yildirim of Turkey, 14:06 to get into the semi-final. Kuradi of Brazil, a no-show for this women's semi-final. This is the 2nd semi-final, women's 100-metre hurdles. First 2 into tomorrow's final.
On your marks.
And they're away. Strong start there from Kumbunji in the middle. Kumbunji in the middle, she's got... Nobody can live with Kumbunji over these barriers. Look at her go. She powers away and it's tight for 2nd place. Kumbunji, though, comfortable victory, 13:03 on our clocks, and it looks like Milend of Estonia. That's the initial result we've been given. We'll wait for confirmation because it has changed sometimes. Devastating there to see another non-finisher, but Kumbunji home and dry. 13:02 is the official time there.
Kumbunji, of course, 2nd on the under-20 world list this time out. She's sister of Majinga Kumbunji, world champion medalist in the 200 metres. Flies over those hurdles. I can't wait until she joins Wilson in those finals. Both those athletes safely through, but look at the power from this Swiss athlete, making light work of those hurdles. Look at her skill over them. Perfectly executed to bring that win home in the 2nd semi-final. Such a powerful looking runner is Kumbunji. She's a recent European under-20 champion as well. Smiles for the Swiss athlete then. Well, these are the confirmation of the athletes. Kumbunji, 13:02. Milend, national junior record, 13:44. And Toth then, a PB, 13:46. Lossell for Denmark. Heartbreak for the Danish athlete. Again, falling over in that semi-final, like we saw again in semi-final 1 from Majowski from Poland, clattering that hurdle. Doesn't always go to plan, but the top 2 will go through by right, and 2nd fastest.
That was the 2nd of our 3rd women's 100-metre hurdles. We have got 1 more to go in those semi-finals. We saw some fantastic men's steeplechase races, and here is a list of those qualifiers into the final. 15 athletes in total, led by Emma Sirim, fought all the way to the line for that win. It is 8:28.98, under that 8:30, and we're joined by Takili, class of the field, 8:09, his personal best. And you can see those fastest losers there as well. Daoud rewarded for going with that early pace in that 2nd heat, sneaking through as the last non-automatic qualifier. Joined there, those other men qualifying by merit of their time rather than their placing in the race.
Back though to the men's javelin throw. The final is happening then in this stadium. This is the Polish athlete then on your screen.
There, stopping himself before the line, and it falls just before the 75-metre line. He likes that. He's celebrating that. 70, bringing up to date with what he's done so far as we wait for this mark. That could be an improvement for Colin Zizek. Jack 74.06. That is an improvement up into 4th place, and he'll have his eyes set on 3rd place, which at the moment is Namdi.
That's Namdi then, the Nigerian athlete, waiting for that red cone to be removed. Athletes have a really big long run up, don't they? And I guess they have to wait for the track events to pass, because they do venture out onto the track and then go on to their runway. Here he goes. Namdi then. Can they go better than bronze? Well, that's below the 75-metre mark for Namdi. Wait for confirmation of exactly what that was, but his best so far, attempt for 74.48.
Chini Cheram Namdi of Nigeria holding on to that 3rd place. Strong challenge from Kunwa Rana for that bronze medal position. But no further in that round. 73.72 for the Nigerian. 74.48 does still secure that 2nd place for the time being, but they are queuing up behind the Nigerian athlete. And he's not happy with that throw one bit. We can turn back to Arta Felfner, our European junior champion. He took victory a few weeks ago in Tallinn in that event. Fantastic 1st round throw, fantastic series to dominate that competition, but he is not having it all his own way. 76.32 so far. That is only good enough for 2nd. He needs 14 centimetres more to get himself past Janne Lasper. So it's the 5th round throw for Arta Felfner. Valid there in the sector, stopped himself before the line. Arta Felfner getting towards the closing stages of this men's javelin throw competition. We're almost finished in the 5th round. Arta Felfner is a little bit frustrated with that. He's grabbing his back a little bit. That was 74.21 for Arta Felfner. As we see some of these athletes potentially look a bit disappointed. Phone call home for the 1st one.
That was Majoska there, wasn't it, from Poland, who clattered that hurdle in the 1st of these semi-finals. This is the 3rd though. Halbo then. She goes in lane 2 for Denmark. Sayin for Turkey. 14.26 in her 1st round. Box from Poland. 13.65, she goes in lane 4. Nugent in 5 from Jamaica. Running really well. World under 18 record holder. Pillay then, South Africa. The Pretoria sports science student. Radsma from Spain. And then we got Marco Min then from Italy in 8. And Torre then, she goes in 9. Okay, so let's see how they go. Hopefully we have a really clean race for all of our athletes here. We've seen disappointment from the past 2 semi-finals. We would love all smiles after this one. Okay, on the marks for these females. It's looking lane 5 for Nugent. There she is, Jamaican athlete. PB of 11.09 as well on the 100 metres for Nugent, Jamaican.
Set.
Here we go. Nugent then gets out nicely in the middle of your screens. She isn't being challenged at the moment. South African going strong as well as is the pole Bart's, but it is Nugent who will get this from the rest of the field. Then it'll be the pole. Bart's in second. It looks like the South African in third. No, it wasn't. He went to Spain. Radsma in third, but 13.03. What a fast time for these ladies in this one. The Polish athlete there looks a little bit disappointed with that, possibly. Not sure. Warnaka there, Bart's, Poland. She qualified, so I'm not quite sure, but look at Nugent get out really strongly, straight over the first couple of hurdles. The pole lifted the pace for a short while, then I thought the South African in lane 6 had it, Foray, but it wasn't. It was Radsma who did. I think the results possibly may have come up a little bit wrong. It looked like Foray there who had the result. You can see her on the left-hand side of your screen, but Nugent so focused. She's gritting her teeth. She wants to win this semi-final and prove a point because she has her Jamaican teammate ready and waiting, Wilson, in those finals. Flicking that hair back there for the Jamaicans. Get the results up for you then. Nugent's first, 13.02. Bart's, Poland. Don't know why she wasn't happy. She got a PB 13.36. For it was the South African, I thought so, in 3.13.60. Radsma from Spain, 13.68 in fourth. Waiting game for 3 and 4. We may see them in the final.
We are live back with this men's javelin throw. Rana here. 6th and final round throw for the Indian. What can he muster in this last round? He's in 5th place at the moment. Briefly in that bronze medal position. 73.68, his best throw for so far. Kunwa Rana on the runway. And lying flat on the runway. Giving it absolutely everything, Kunwa Rana. Unlikely improve his, I don't think that'll be enough to improve his 73.68. Fantastic throw in the 4th round for the Indian. Get that measurement for Rana, and a foul throw in the end, potentially purposely fouling. Our athletes do that sometimes just to save the trouble of measuring something if they're not happy with it. And it is Kola Zizak of Poland for his final throw. 4th position at the moment. Wouldn't he love to throw a cat among the pigeons? On his final throw, put the pressure on that current top 3. 74.06, his best so far from round 5. Zizak wills it on short of the 75-metre line there. Might be a minor improvement on his 74.06.
He'll be looking for something bigger. We're waiting then for the result to see if it can better. His 5th attempt actually, 74.06. He's shaking his head, he's clapping the rest of the field. Thumbs up. He says just a little bit short. He was unfortunately 73.23. Now it comes down to these 3 athletes. Namdi, currently in the bronze medal position. Can he throw as far as he did in the qualification to snatch a different colour medal? Let's wait to find out. He knows he's done 78.02 before in this stadium. He wants it again now. He's watching his result over the 65-metre mark, but that's not going to be further from what I can see. And his best attempt so far, 74.48, which was thrown in his 4th round. $78.18 for Namdi then from Nigeria. So he stays in the bronze medal place. So Hannah, it's down to 2 athletes now. It's down to Felfner, Laspa, Ukrainian and the Finnish athlete. Who will take the top honours here today? The Ukrainian wants it, as I'm sure does the Finnish.
Arta Felfner would have felt he'd already proved himself as the best of Europe at that European Junior Championships, but right now, second place behind Laspa, the Finn. Felfner runs through that line. He must have known it was going to fall short of that 65-metre mark. Arta Felfner will finish with a silver medal at the World Junior Championships to add to his gold from the European Junior Championships. And we'll head back to bring you up to date with the women's triple jump.
Sapova then on your screens now. She looked really good earlier. She got a nice solid 13-metre 33 mark in her second round. What can she do in a third? We're about to find out. The Latvian athlete then looking for greater than 13.33. Nicely on the board. She looks back at the screen for her result. Oh, she gets a centimetre more, 13.34 for Sapova in the third round.
And here is Janne Laspa. Final third.
Both athletes doing the same.
Rolls himself across the track, across the runway. Janne Laspa, 6th place at the European Junior Championships. Pretty good. You'd say that's a decent season. I'll leave it there, but no, Janne Laspa has come to Nairobi and he has surpassed that by a long shot. Gold medal in the World Junior Championships for the Finn. Well, foul throw there, but nonetheless a victory with 76-46.
A very entertaining Javelin men's final then. But your medalists, gold medalist Janne Laspa, Finland, Arta Felfner from Ukraine, and Namdi from Nigeria. Winner, that is your winner, Janne Laspa, 76-46. Congratulations to you, young man. I'm sure we'll see you at a senior international event very soon.
There is that full result. Janne Laspa, 76-46. Claps all round from his teammates and the other competitors. Arta Felfner, silver medal at 76-32. And Chinecheram Namdi of Nigeria, 74-40. So we've seen those women's semi-finals and it is time for the men's semi-finals in the men's 110-metre hurdles. In lane 2 we've got Albas Alabzi, 13.79 to get into this final. Schubert, the Czech Republic, next up, 13.77, safely negotiating those heats into this final. Lane 4, the Brazilian junior champion, Ryan Pereira, proud to be representing his nation. In lane 5, we will have Vasquiana. We've lost the on the line camera, you can see them running away, but Vasquiana there in lane 5, your Jamaican champion. 13.37 to qualify for this final. Next is Szymanski, the Pole, 13.52. He looked good in qualification, so keep your eye on lane 5 and lane 6. But Erwan Sinner from France, such a strong tradition of French hurdling, so looking to add to that. Almasi in lane 8, 13.82 for the Hungarian. And completing the lineup is Mondre Bernard from South Africa. Just short of his personal best in the opening rounds.
On your marks.
Just the name on the French there. They've got Wilhelm Belician with the world record and championship record of 12.99. Could that be threatened by Sasha Zoya either this afternoon or in that final tomorrow? her off, and that was a good start from Szymanski there of Poland. But keep your eye on Qatar in the inside, but it's Jamaica pulling away on the inside. Can Szymanski live with him? He's going to come under pressure from the French athlete. Tight on the line, but Vasquiana of Kenya took that victory. It's been given to Szymanski initially on our screen, the pole. Sinner in third place. It is top 3 automatic. But that was quite an exciting first semi-final in this men's 110-metre hurdles. Just the 2 semi-finals, so it was first 3 automatic and then 2 non-automatic qualifiers into the final. But Vasquiana in the driving seat there in that first heat.
Well, Jamaica doing so well at the sprints and the sprint hurdles, looking really strong. In the women's as well. National record in lane 1 for Qatar, for the under 20 age group at all, but it is about Vasquiana, Jamaica, in the middle of your screens. Looks behind as well, really has a look. Who's coming with me? No one. Szymanski couldn't keep up with the pace. He does finish just ahead of the Frenchman, Sinner, in second. Alabsi, though, from Qatar, with that national junior under 20 record. We'll get confirmation of these now then. Vasquiana from Jamaica first, season's best 13.35, so progressing nicely through these rounds. Szymanski from Poland 13.50. Sinner of France qualified automatically in a PB of 13.51, and Alabsi there, national under 20 record 13.52. Schuber, the Czech Republic, PB 13.63 in 5th. Well, you can see a heat map now. I love it when we get to see this. Just exactly where the athletes peak at their top speed. So let's watch Vasquiana then, in the middle of your screens there. Gets up to top speed really quickly. About 25 metres or so, I'm going to say, and then keeps it. The red indicates the top speed, and he keeps it all the way through to about 55 metres. It drops a little bit to about 70 odd. And it goes down a little bit at the end, and Sinner as well, he gets up to speed in the middle of the race, the Frenchman, and keeps it a little bit longer, kind of keeps orange for third place for the Frenchman. He goes through, of course, to those finals as well. Exciting, that is.
So we're going to bring you up to date with the triple jump. This is Abosili. She's qualified for the long jump final already this morning, so a busy day for the Spanish athlete. Abosili, how does she looks a little bit disappointed to me. I can never tell whether they're just anxious to see what their mark is or whether they're disappointed. She no-marked in the triple jump at the European Junior Championship, so she's already done better to get into this final at the World Juniors. I think she will have half an eye on a medal. 13.54 is her best. Very good at the long jump as well. Second in the European Junior Championships on that. Her and Maya Askag are contending both this week, so they'll be seeing an awful lot of each other. Let's hope they get on. But it was certainly there. 13.42, that is an improvement. She's put herself in silver medal. Silver medal position for her. It's back to Sapova.
Yes, Sapova then. She bettered her best attempt by a centimetre earlier, 13.34, her current best. She did 13.33 in her second attempt, 13.34 in her third. See what she can get now. Is that further than 13.34?
I don't know if I've ever seen anyone yell mid-jump.
So much. She was slightly better on the board though in her previous 2 jumps that we saw. I can't quite put my finger if we saw number 1 or not, but she's gone slightly back, which could mean she's not got that run up completely right now, or the wind's changed, or she's just running at a slightly different pace. She's waiting for it. Is it longer? Yes, it is. 13.42. So she goes into second with that on her 4th round jump there. The Spanish athlete on your screen now, looking for her 5th round jump. Let's see if she can go any better. So, 13:42. It's her best. Nicely on the board then. Match then. Asgag for joint first at the moment, but let's head on out to the track again. It's the final semi-final in the men's 110 metre hurdles. Lewis then goes into for Singapore. Thank you then for Cameroon, goes in 3. Badaway Syed from Egypt. 13:79 his personal best. That was achieved in round 1. Ekperori then from Nigeria goes in the middle in lane 5 of this man. Zoya, is he eating some pasta? I don't know what he's eating. PB 13:02:13. 12 though in round 1. Well, here we go. Paradis then goes in 7 for Colombia. Obering Dorfer in Czech, 13:90 for that athlete. And then from Hong Kong, China, Shuang goes on the outside in 9. Well, it's the man who was eating the imaginary food in the middle. I was in the mix and I'd ask him, what was it you were eating? Just to fire you up there. Zoya of France now. He's got the World Under-20 lead, of course, at 13:02, we just mentioned. Great lane draw for the Frenchman. So, let's see. He grew up in Perth, in Australia. Used to compete for Australia. Switched recently to compete for France. Based on his parents, of course. Oh, they've been asked to stand up. They were asked to stand up before the Nigerian athlete left the block. So, that should be okay. All of the athletes should be able to just go and reset again. We're going to probably get a confirmation of this, but that looks fine. So, Lewis there just sorting out his hair. An athlete from Cameroon then in 3 in the bright yellow kit. No, so that's the Nigerian athlete. He goes first, but that's not him getting the false start, I don't believe. Ekperori then from Nigeria in the green, pointing down the hurdles. He's got to face in his 110 metre hurdles. The women obviously do 100 metre hurdles, and these guys go 10 metres further. So it's Zoya though. Such a great athlete in so many events.
Set.
This time cleanly out, Zoya. See him, the Frenchman then. He goes really strongly in 6. He storms away. It's between the guys behind him now. Looks like the Colombian athlete's going to get second because we've had a few people, casualties on the floor behind. Well, that was dramatic, but Zoya, 12:9.4. There or thereabouts. If that is correct, he has bettered 13:02, his World Under-20 lead. Is that confirmed? He screams at the crowd. World record if that's confirmed. We're waiting. Mama's love. Love that. Mama's boy then. If that's confirmed, we get a World Under-20 record. Look at the clock. 12:9.4. We said he was special. We didn't expect him to go that fast in the semi-finals. World Under-20 record 12:9.4. Sasha Zoya. What a performance. Been rounded down 12.93. Well, the other athletes looking in awe. Hannah.
That was great from Sasha Zoya. I thought world record might come under jeopardy. He's looked so good this season. Wilhelm Bellesan was a joint record holder of that from France with Damien Thomas, but it is now Sasha Zoya's. Keep your eye on the Egyptian and the Nigerian. They get tangled at the midpoint this race. Sasha Zoya is home and dry. You can see the Egyptian and the Nigerian really struggling mid-race. I do wonder if one of them might get advanced anyway.
But Sasha Zoya, he came for a big performance and he's delivered in the semi-final. I can't wait. With clipping 3 hurdles, I think, as well in that race. If he gets a smooth run in the finals, can he go even faster than 12.93? What a time for this man. He enjoyed that one. We enjoyed watching it.
He said in some of the pre-race interviews and footage and stuff that his mum was his first coach. So that'd be why he'd written that note to his mum on the back of his number. And his mother is from France. He did explain that as part of why he was so passionate about representing France. So what a way to start his first year off competing for France.
That's confirmation there. Sasha Zoya, world under 20 record holder, 12.93. And in second from Colombia, John Paredes, he gets a PB, 13.46, being dragged to PBs, of course, because of that great time. The man from Hong Kong in third, Shei Weng there. Look, posing, well, they all do, 12.93. Taking his number off. Been rounded down, of course. Back to the triple jump.
The 5th round in the women's triple jump. French athlete, hopefully aware of what her teammate just did, a world junior record in the semi-final of the men's 110 metre hurdles. Sohan Akago. Sohan Akago, French athlete, just waiting for her mark. She's in 4th place, 13.42. Same distance as this lady, Sapova, holding on to that bronze medal position. She was in second. Ebisele of Spain has leapfrogged her up into silver. Sapova screaming herself into that pit. I love that passion, of that energy. It's almost like a tennis player.
It's a good likening there, Hannah. Hadn't thought of that. Better on the board as well this time. From his athlete from Latvia. So Sapova then looking to see what she can do. She goes a centimetre further. 13.43. She keeps doing that. She's done that already, hasn't she? She went 13.33, 13.34, 13.42, 13.43. That's quite a sequence of jumps there.
Well, good to take her off that same distance as a French athlete in 4th place, so they won't have to rely on a second jump. She's now the outright furthest distance in that 3rd spot, but it is Salissar, Senegal. She is in 8th place at the moment thanks to her 2nd round jump of 12.93. This is her last effort. So we are going to bring you the full final round of this women's triple jump final. It's so exciting to see if these athletes change position as they have one last attempt. The Italian athlete just losing track of what's going on around her. Paying attention to who's jumping next. Being told that order, but it's Salissar on the runway at the moment. Good on the board there, drifting slightly to her right in the pit. Luckily still in that sand. Good on the board, that's what you want to see. Just that small gap to that plasticine.
She does drift a bit, but make sure that she doesn't put her hands or any part of her body behind where she lands, otherwise they'd measure from that point, of course. So she had 3 fouls before this. Pretty confident it's on and in the pits. It is. 12.55. Doesn't better though. Her best result of 12.93.
So Dospin next up on the runway. 7th place, you can see there. 13.10, her best jump from the first round. Romanian athlete, 13.24 is her best. If she could get that, she'd leapfrog up a few places. She'd go up into 6th if she could hit that 13.24. Why stop there? I'm sure she'd want a personal best in her final round at the World Junior Championships. That team support there for the Romanian athlete. Her 6th and final jump in the women's triple jump final. Alexia Dospin, close on the board perhaps. She's had a few fouls. Yes, and she has just popped her toe over that plasticine there. That's what our officials look for, so that will be registered as a foul jump.
She's got some great support though, hasn't she, from her team, which is really helpful for some of these youngsters. But 2 no jumps to end her campaign, so she will finish in 7th, will Dospin. But Brugnolo next will come up for Italy. 13.13, her best in the opening rounds for this young Italian. What can she do here, this youngster? 13.49 at her best. She also does a bit of high jump as well, so these athletes do like to try out different events when they're a bit younger. And a bit of shot put, so maybe we'll see her in a multi-event competition in a few years. Maybe just finding what her best event is still, because they're quite young. Okay, so she's ready now. She took a little bit of time on the runway, preparing herself for this last attempt. Can she do? Can she better? 13.13. So the young Italian sits in 6th place. 12.93, her 6th attempt. So her best of 13.13. It's good enough for 6th for Brugnolo from Italy. That's where she'll remain. Congratulations to her. Congratulations from her team as well. Great first World Championships.
Next up is Golovkova, authorised neutral athlete, in 5th place at the moment. 2nd place at the European Junior Championship. She might have come in hoping for more. You can see the athlete just giving it everything down the runway. It is so hard to combine that effort and that passion when you're doing such a technical event. It's hard in every event, but you can see with Livkova, that was not what she was hoping for. She will finish in 5th place. She was hoping to give it everything in that last jump, but perhaps sensing that she'd hit the plasticine as well. And that will be the end of her competition and 5th place.
3,000 for the authorised neutral athlete. Takes some spikes. That's the end of her day. It's time for the French athlete now. across. She wastes no time in getting her final attempt started. Looks pretty solid there. Really smooth. Lots of support. The best of 13.65. Let's see if it's white or red flag. Let's watch now. Can we get a better... Oh, it looks close to that bit of red plasticine on the board. Did she go better? Someone screams it must be long. Orcagos, 13.54, jumps her up to third. What a jump then for the young Frenchwoman.
That will pile the pressure on Sapova. She had a 1 centimetre advantage over the French athlete coming into this round. And how can the Latvian athlete respond? Loudly, I'm sure. But Sapova, 1 attempt left to get herself back into that bronze medal position. French athlete has just snuck ahead of her.
Sapova then on the runway. Can she go further than the French athlete we just saw with that big current bronze medal jump? 13.51. She's being delayed a little bit. She wants the teammates behind her. She's screaming at herself and her team. We want her cleanly on the board.
Oh!
A white flag, she does. I thought that was close, but probably just perfect, Hannah. This is a nervy wait now for the French team and the Latvian team. They think it's longer.
Taya Sapova, what a way to react under pressure. She's behind the board, so she's given away a bit there. If she hasn't done this, but I can hear some screams in the crowd. We haven't seen a distance yet. Sapova, 13.60. Look at that, only 3 centimetres behind silver. What a response under pressure from the young Latvian.
The emotions as well. You can see what it means to her. That's exactly what we want her coach there walking off. He's crying, almost wiping his head, going, phew, she got a medal. Wow. Great scenes down there in the women's triple jump. Finally, it's so tense. Okay, the Spanish athlete, and can she go better than silver? Bosel, what can she do? Let's measure it. She looks like she's still smiling because she knows she has a medal, but what colour is it?
So Bosel at the moment on the same distance as Maya Askag. So she needs to go outright better than 13.63, or if she does better than 13.43, her second best jump could put her into gold medal position.
Same as her first attempt, I believe it is 13.06. So her best then for the Spanish athlete, 13.63, a PB, remember, for this athlete. She's pretty chuffed with that. We'll have to wait and see now what the Swedish athlete can produce. They're currently at the same distance, 13.63. But obviously, we look at the other results from these athletes, and she will go home with that gold to add to long jump and triple jump, European under-20 gold. She might as well enjoy this one because the pressure's off, but I'm sure she'll want to go even further to prove that she has jumped the furthest.
He's already qualified for the long jump final later, as has Tessia Poseli. So we look forward to seeing those two again. That was good on the board. Maya Askag committing to this last jump. And then lots of support there from the crowds. Lots of teams have gathered themselves over here, celebrating perhaps their coach there, adding the world junior title and a 13.75. Maya Askag, her longest jump in the last jump of the competition, won't trouble her personal best of 14.05, but a fantastic last jump and gold medal for Sweden, their first ever medal in the women's triple jump.
What a triple jump final that was. Medals changed hands a bit throughout that, but the gold never really looked to go anywhere but around this women's neck. Maya Askag, 13.75, a sixth and final jump, which produced that. All the smiles in the women's triple jump final. Sweden get the gold.
There are your top three for the women's triple jump. Smiles all round.
Mabibi na mabwana, sasa ni sherehe za kuwatuza washindi ambao wanashiriki shindano la kuruka kwa kutumia pondo.
Time now for the medal ceremony. The men's pole vault. We saw that earlier today. It was postponed, of course, by a day due to the weather, but blue skies at the moment at the Kasarani Stadium. Athletes from Belarus, Finland and South Africa. Belarus athlete there, gold medalist with his red beanie hat on. John Richardson as well,
World Athletics Chief
overseeing this.
Officer.
CEO World Athletics.
Bronze medalist representing South Africa.
So bronze medalist for this man who gambled at a couple of heights. It paid off though. For Kyle Rademeyer from South Africa, 5.30 for the bronze.
Silver medalist representing Finland.
South Africa doing very well in the pole vault. Silver medalist though representing Finland, Uho Alasari, 5.35. He enjoyed that one, we enjoyed watching him. Such a great, entertaining event is the pole vault. It has been for the women and the men in this championship.
Kutoka Belarus, dhahabu.
For Belarus then, he's your champion, Matvey Volkov, 5.45. What a result for him. He sat out quite a lot of the competition, only starting his campaign at 5.30, but getting 5.45.
Ladies and gentlemen, please acknowledge our World Under-20 Championship medalists.
There are your medalists from the men's pole vault. And a great women's competition on that side as well. Volkov there, taking that victory, coached by his father, who's a world junior champion himself, so he can join in the bragging rights to the family. No one wants to be the second best athlete in their family. Volkov working hard. Apologies, I think it was an Olympic medal his father had, so maybe he has still got a little way to go till that. But how exciting we might get to see these men on the senior circuit. Such a busy summer next year. World Championships, also got a Commonwealth Games, which could be relevant to the South African athlete, and then that European Senior Championships to round out a busy summer. We'll get kicked off with the World Indoor Championships before that with the indoor season. Here we have the men's decathlon. They've been having a busy morning. They've started their afternoon with their high jump. This is Spanish athletes, his first season at Decathlon. Jose Sampasta, best known for his throws. He used to be a shot putter and a discus thrower, but he's doing very well today. Having a go at that 188, as is Toivonen. Toivonen, lifetime best of 192. Second attempt there for Toivonen, still wasn't quite good enough. He will attempt the next height. As with the women yesterday, every 3 centimetres in this high jump is 28, 29 points, we'll call it 30 points per height. So these men will be keen to manage every height they can, but Toivonen there will have to have a third attempt at 185. Perhaps carrying a failure, that might be indicating that the bar's gone up to 188. Miss Ballon on the runway. Second of our Belgium athletes. And one of 4 men that was disqualified in the 400 at the European Junior Championships. Not on that event yet, still on the high jump here. Miss Ballon, 187 is his best. The bar's at 185. He'd be desperate for every point he can get. But that was 3 failures, apologies. The bar has gone up to 188. So that is 3 failures for Miss Ballon. He will finish with 185 and back to Sampasta for his third and final attempt. .188, Sampasta having a go. There seem to be more and more athletes and coaches in the grounds as we move through these events. Really building a nice bit of atmosphere for these athletes. And not to be for the Spanish athlete today. Equals his personal best with 185.
Okay, the Spanish athlete has been doing so well throughout the competition though. He was great at the shot put. Topped the table there with a mark of 15.97. The long jump, 5th. So his best event so far was a shot put, but long way to go yet. Another day for these guys. It's such a lengthy process, 10 events of course. Oh, that was a tough jump for the Finn. Oh, he's really disappointed with himself for that.
He will be frustrated there. He's got a personal best I've got written down of 192. So to exit with 185, just giving away points there. The Finn, he will not be happy with that. You need to score as many points as you can. He was 5th at the European Junior Championships. An all-European field again. We had this in the women's side as well, and it'll be a real opportunity for someone like Toivonen to target a medal, but he can work towards the rest of those events.
Bar is going up, of course, on 91 now. I'll just be sorting out those measurements to make sure it's the correct height before these athletes approach it. Well, Toivonen then taking off his spikes because he's playing no more part in this. So 400 metres will be up next. Got Sion there on your screens. Alessandro Sion, 7th at the European Youth Olympic Festival in 2019. I went to one of those, Hannah, back in yesteryear. I can't even remember what year I went to. How bad is that? How bad is that I can't remember what year I went to? Anyway, it was amazing. Got to the final. I won't say anymore. Means it didn't go too well, doesn't it? Oh, Hortigator then, the Belgium athlete, who is looking for something special. European Junior Champion. He also went to the European Youth Olympic Festival.
I went to a European Youth Olympic Festival.
Can you remember which year?
2003 in Paris, and I came sick.
Mine was in Serbia. I do remember that. The year? That's completely past my brain. Well, let's continue then with this high jump event. What was your favourite youth games to go to, or youth event?
Actually, I would say European Under-23 Championships.
23s? Why was that?
Yeah, it was. I really like that cushion of an age group we have in Europe. It was a really nice stepping stone for me from juniors to seniors. I went to the World Juniors. I was not ready for it. It was a real shock to the system and quite demoralising. And it was nice to have that to fall back on, that European Under-23 Championships the next year, to say, okay, I can compete outside of my country. Hortigator here, sailing over. He's got a personal best of 2:10. That's the highest in the field. So these opening heights not troubling him.
It's the first time we've seen him attempt a height. He thought he'd just sit back and watch the other events unfold. So Sion now. He's going to go for his attempt at 191. He started at 182, skipped 185, and now he's going for 191. Oh, nice and easy for the Italian. Then, great competitor there. High jump, PB 199, so great high jumper is the Italian. Sitting in second at the moment. 723 points, as does Hortigator, both on 727. So Savalainen then next for Finland. We just saw his teammate, didn't we? Gutted that he plays no longer part of this high jump. Ooh, just touched the bar. Unfortunate there for the second Finnish athlete. Gets a X next to 191, because he really made light work of 188 as well, going through nice and easy there. So wait to see who's next though. But these events are so important. So Hannah, do you think then the World Juniors you would have benefited from not going? You said it came too early for you. Did it kind of, I guess, affect you a little bit when you returned back to Birmingham, where I know you trained? Did you kind of, take a while to come back from that?
I was a bit disheartened, to be honest. So then I got home, I saw my friends, my family, and all they were impressed that I made it. But I didn't qualify, I didn't progress out of the rounds. I competed in the 1500, which was then my distance in my career. But I couldn't get out of the rounds in my first World Juniors. So I always want to see some of these athletes that look disappointed and say, you can still have a career as a senior athlete, regardless of what goes on here. It's fantastic even to be here. And Grombeck there is going to have another attempt at that 180, but it's time to have a look at Dubek. Very good Czech athlete. He was in a medal position in the European Junior Championships before he was handed a disqualification in the 400. And that's very nice for Dubek.
He says, do you like that? Because I like that. I love it when the athletes show some character as well. We get to see a little bit of their personality, which is so amazing to see. Oh, you like that? White flag. He will progress nicely, will Dubek. So the bar after this will go to 194.
Maybe he wanted to skip that height. Maybe to do that. I told you I was all right.
I like that. You're just deciphering what these body languages mean from the athletes.
Savalainen, they'll be having another attempt at 191. Like I say, 30 points pretty much for every extra clearance they can do. Savalainen will be keen to add these points. This will be an equal personal best for him if he manages it. And it just didn't quite feel right there. They have a minute to do their attempt. As long as they don't touch the high jump bed, I think they can go back and try again.
Well, he's doing just that, so let's see how he gets on. Javelin, not quite to be. So that's his second attempt at that height. One more to go. Ooh, really close there though, Hannah. Thought he would make that one. I think his back just touched it, so he'll go back and think about that. He'll have felt it, of course, but yeah, we're still on though.
You can see these athletes as well, just hugging the shade. They really want to be sat in the shade there. It's hotting up. I'm quite sure what the temperature is, 22, 23 last time I checked. Ooh. Just see these, get that bar up there. Nice and steady for the athletes before they have the go. But as you look, it's going to be a hot sun up there. We keep talking about how we're at altitude. The sun's a little bit stronger at altitude as well. They have got one more event to go with the 400 after this. I sometimes think if you do exit a competition early, so the guys that have knocked the bar off already, at least they've got a little extra time to recover before they run that 400. But I'm sure they would swap it for points given the choice.
Two athletes now left at that height on the bar, but I love to see that. 21 degrees, cloudy, but I'm going to say we can see blue sky as well. So partly cloudy, and there's no rain. Wind, no. Slightly breezy out there, but nothing to trouble any of these athletes at the moment. It might trouble a couple of the throwing events, but the javelin, possibly the only one that gets really affected by it. So we've got the hammer still to come a little bit later on. High jump though, as long as the bar doesn't wobble when it gets a bit too windy, it's fine with a 15 kilometers per hour wind. 21 degrees will feel really nice out there. Perfect conditions.
And I'm really looking forward to seeing the 400 metres in this men's decathlon. We've touched on it before. There were a bunch of disqualifications at the European Junior Championships, which is a steep learning curve. This is third attempt for Grombeck. And second attempt, 191 for the Danish athlete. There are a total of 3 men disqualified in that European Junior Championships in the 400 metres. I think all for lane infringements. Dubek, potentially the cruelest one there. He was in a medal position. So I think we could see quite a change up in we've got those European Junior results. You know, we do have that form book from a few weeks ago, but it could be totally thrown up after this 400 and look very differently. So Grombeck will have to have a third attempt at 191, but Savalainen having his third and final attempt at 191 for an equal personal best. I think that might have been Savalainen's best attempt at that, but it isn't to be. Finnish athlete will collect his kit, rehydrate, relax, and look forward to the 400 metres that will be his next event. But we have got Grombeck, Dobek, Sion and Hotakita still in this high jump competition.
Grombeck then. This is his last attempt at 191 to stay in this competition. 4 athletes left in it. Hands on his head. Not to be for Grombeck. Really unlucky. He looked good. High jump, 190 was his best, but indoors. He's been at a couple of these major events before. European Youth Olympics and the European Junior Championships. Good work for Grombeck.
And next up we have this men's hammer throw competition. I'm going to show you all the athletes. David Costa of Italy on your screen now, 71.47. These athletes qualified on Wednesday morning. So either side of the action, they've had a day off to recover, to hang around their hotel. Arta Felfner of Finland, 70.63. Valentin Andreev from Bulgaria, 78.90. Under 18 European champion with a great personal best there. Juan Jimenez of Spain, 73.13. Season's best and personal best, exactly the same. Next up is Oristis Dousakis from Greece. He was 4th at the European Championships, 78.07. It's pretty close once you get to those 78, 79 metre throws. Ronald Mencia Zayas of Cuba, 77.20 this season for the Cuban athletes. 7th to throw will be David Pillay. He is the European Junior Champion, 79.59. Big last round throw at the Europeans to get that victory. And here's Katzberg of Canada. I was hoping I'd get to see this moustache in person. I saw it on social media, but it looks even better today. Ethan Katzberg there for Canada. 9th will be Theodoros Tsiolgas of Greece. 2nd Greek athlete in this final with 74.46. And Jan Dolezalek from Czech Republic, 77.58. And Jean-Baptiste Broussel, he's ranked number 1 with his 80 metre 94 throw, the only athlete over 80 metres, but he only managed 3rd at the European Junior Championships. Will he be out for redemption? And Yakushkin of the authorised neutral athletes will be final to throw in this competition. 73.90, his personal best. These athletes, they would have seen each other in that qualification round on Wednesday morning, but they'll be looking for a little bit more today. It's decent weather for throwing, but Jean-Baptiste Broussel, for me, really the athlete to try and stamp his authority on this field. He's got the furthest personal best, lost that European title in the final few throws in Tallinn. Great to see all these athletes out here come to support their teammates. I finished competing, some of these athletes will be here watching this afternoon.
Well, now to the track. Semi-finals of the women's 800 metres. Pearson then. Avery Pearson of Canada. She goes in lane 8. She won the 3rd heat yesterday. She hadn't raced that much this year. Szabo then of Hungary goes in 7. Nilsson, Belgian, in 6. A best of 2:4:55. In 5 though, Dagnashku, the Ethiopian, with a massive PB to win her heat after that disqualification yesterday. From Greece then, Deligiana goes in 4. The Ukrainian athlete in 3. She won heat number 4 yesterday, so watch out for her. Pansini from Italy goes in 2. 2:7.97, her best. A Slovakian athlete goes in 1. 2:7.48, her personal best. Set this year, of course. Well, the best time yesterday came from the athlete in lane 5, Dagnashku, 2:2.94. How will the tactics unfold today? 2 laps then. First 100 metres is running lanes, of course. Okay, it looks like Nilsson of Belgium has got out strongly. She wants to take the lead and set the early pace then, it looks like. Sometimes athletes prefer to do that. Let's see exactly where they end up. So it does look like Nilsson from Dagnashku, from Deligiana then, from Greece. So it's the Greek athlete that wants to go out first. Let's look at the clock with 228.66, a decent pace in semi-final 1. Only the Ethiopian there has gone with the athlete from Greece. And a good, strong pace. They want to work hard in this first semi-final.
Deligiani doing a great job here at separating herself from the rest of the field. First 3 will automatically qualify to the final. Deligiani not leaving anything to chance. Good, swift first 200. She's brought them through the bell in exactly 60 seconds. Delagiano from Dagnichu of Ethiopia, but you can see the Ukrainian athlete Zulchik working hard to get back on pace. So at this third 200, can the Greek keep the pace on? Can she keep her and the Ethiopian in that qualifying position in first and second? They're going to come under pressure. Avery Pearson had a fantastic finish yesterday. Can she muster that already? Again, but Zulchik is moving up on the first two.
Well, it looks now, doesn't it, like the Greek athlete is struggling a little bit. You can see the grimace on her face as she goes through 200 metres to go. But she's really fighting to stay with the Ethiopian athlete, Dagnashku. It's Delagiani. So it's Ethiopia from Greece, from Ukraine at the moment. Top three go through, so they could just settle down a bit, but they might come under pressure from the Canadian. But there's the Ukrainian, who really wants to power down that home straight at the moment, but it is Ethiopia. Look at Dagnashku. She got 2:2.94 in her heats. It's not going to be that fast, but it's still going to be fast. 2:4.27. Ukraine takes second, and then it is third for Greece as well. But this woman on your screen right now, Dagnashku, she has been safely going through the rounds, as we'd expect someone of her class. It was great running though, Hannah, from the Greek athlete to take it out and really make the other athletes work for this, because it could have been so pedestrian otherwise, and then you risk anybody taking the victory, because a lot of these girls can sprint really fast as well. They've got pace in the 800 metres.
That was great off Delagiani. She was ranked third coming into this race, and she finished in that top three, automatically qualifying. But she's really earned that by making this race. I think when you let a race be slow, you open the door for anybody. And Delagiano, with her 2:04 personal best, she thought, I need to go out there and run hard. She's not got a PB, but I do think the altitude and the cumulative effect of the fatigue will affect a lot of these athletes, but it doesn't look like it's going to trouble Dagnachu of Ethiopia. She's striding away. A great last 200 from Zulchik of Ukraine as well, and a fast finish from Annelies Nielsen of Belgium for fourth place. Not automatic, but we will keep an eye out for those non-automatic qualifying spots.
Well, Dagnashku getting a PB yesterday, still running really fast today. Nielsen, we thought she was going to take it out early on. She looked like she wanted to get to the break first, but these are the results. Dagnashku then 2:4.26 for the win. Zulchik 2:6.26 from Ukraine second. Delagiani then, the athlete who really pushed the pace, 2:6.41. Nielsen from Belgium, we'll have to wait and see if 2:7.13 will qualify her. Next two fastest, remember, could be her or Pearson at the moment. Those two are in those next two fastest spots.
Here are the qualifiers for the men's sprint hurdle. Sasha Zoya with a world junior record, 12:93 for France. What a way to start his campaign. Fashion Vassiani, season's best or a personal best? I can't quite make it out on the screen, but a great run nonetheless. 13:35 for the Jamaican. John Paladez, 13:46. Szymanski as well, having a great week. Owen Sinner makes it two Frenchmen through to the next round.
That was such a special event, but let's go back to the Decathlon. First attempt now at 1:97 for Hortakita. Oh, that was nice. 1:97. He completes that easily, does the Belgium. He's currently sitting in first place in this event. Wow. He didn't even join this competition until 1:91. Sat out of 1:94. Makes easy work of 1:97. Three athletes still in this event. Sion has one more attempt. Dubek's in it as well.
So we have got this second semi-final in the women's 800 metres. Started off on the outside is Pavla Studkova of Czech Republic. 2:07.21 indoors. Sadak is next on your screen from Slovenia, Veronika Sadek. 2:06, her best. And on her inside, Marina Martinez, European junior silver medalist over 1500. Come here for the 800 instead for a bit of a change. And Valentina Rossamilia, been training for St. Moritz, practicing for this altitude. Says she looks up to Selina Bukel. Fantastic European and Swiss 800-meter runner. Rangel Batres is our next athlete. She's studying horticultural studies at LSU, so another athlete from there. But Mekkonen, one of the favourites here for Ethiopia, 2:03. She won the second heat, a commanding victory there. Sri Lankan athlete in lane 2, 2:07.21. She will do her best to get into this final. But we've got Zita Urban, who you might recognise from this morning. She automatically qualified in the women's 1500-metre heats just this morning. That's a tough turnaround for the Hungarian athlete. But she's here in this semi-final, and she'll be hunting down one of those first 3 automatic qualifying spots for the final. Underway. We saw Zita Urban set the pace at the start of the 1500. You think she might want to do it again. Maybe she's a natural front runner. But it looks like the Slovenian on the outside, Sadek, is the fastest runner at the moment. But sometimes you get yourself out in the lead there, and then when you break, you look around and see what's going on. And Mekkonen might be our natural leader there. Rossamilia right on her shoulder. Rossamilia glides past to keep this race honest with Martinez for company. 30.63. It's slower than the first heat.
It is slow. Maybe the altitude training is doing wonders then for Rossamilia from Switzerland. She went to the European Youth Olympic Festival as well in the 800 metres and came second, so she's medalled before at a major championship. So she's obviously negotiated rounds before, which is really important. Oh, we have a faller though. Oh, so unfortunate for the Ethiopian athlete, the 16-year-old Mekkonen. I'm not really sure what happened. We'll have to try and find out for you, but it does happen. But she's coming back at the belt. She is not going to let that affect her. Look at her go then. Rossamilia from Martins from Sadek. Sudakova. But Mekkonen coming round in 6th. Hannah, what did you make of that?
Well, I think that slow first lap of 64, that will have helped Mekkonen. Reminiscent of Safan Hassan at the Olympics, she fell over and still qualified automatically through the rounds of the 1500. But it's Rossamilia from Martinez, and you can see Mekkonen, she's lost her number in that fall. But keep your eye on Zita Urban. She automatically qualified for the 1500 final, and she's moving up round the outside as well as they approach 600. But this heat is slower than the first. That's why we've got a big group. I would think only the first 3 from this semi-final will make the final for tomorrow. It's Rossamilia on the inside, Martinez, the European junior silver medalist, having a go on the outside. But Mekkonen, she fell just a lap ago. Has she recovered enough to automatically qualify for the semi-final? The top 3 will automatically qualify. That is it. Sadek trying to find a way through. Sadek running out of ground. It is going to be Martinez from Rossamilia. Sadek holding off the Ethiopian. Mekkonen at the moment not in an automatic qualifying spot. They really lifted their pace there for a 2:07.22 at the end. Oh, you can see Mekkonen checking her war wounds. But Martinez, very well navigated from the 1500 metre specialist.
Well, that was drama in the second semi-final of this women's 800 metres. Sadek there, awesome running from that youngster to grab an automatic qualifying spot, but heartbreak for Ethiopia. Oh, look at the grazes on her knees. You really do get some wounds, like you said, Hannah, when you go down on this surface. Well, let's have a look and see if we can get a glimpse of what happened to her, but at the moment, disappointment. I don't think she was pushed. This is where it happened. 100 metres of the first. Oh, she just tripped, I think, or Sudakova possibly ran into her. But so that happens, doesn't it? Sudakova there, clipping her from behind, but that's part and parcel of middle distance running. You do just get clipped from time to time by athletes. I don't think there'll be any disqualifications for that, Hannah. What would you say?
Well, I wouldn't. So Sudakova did clip her heels, but for me, Mekkonen moved out, which again was within her right. She's trying to get into a qualification place, and we do often see when people fall and they get up and they finish, it's called with an honest effort. If you finish with an honest effort, which Mekkonen certainly is doing here, not enough to get past Sadek there, Slovenian holding on really well to that third place, but Mekkonen potentially advance to the final. We'll have to wait and see.
But it's not like Studakova advanced to the final either. So it's not like she was going to get disqualified, meaning Mekkonen was going to get her position. So didn't really change things in that respect. But these three qualify by right. Martinez 2:07.22, Rosser-Miller 2:07.23, Sadek 2:07.41. Wait and see if Mekkonen's time is good enough. But Heat 1 was faster, of course. Let's go back though to the decathlon. Dubek's second attempt at 1:97 we're at now. Whoa! He screams there with delight. What a time for Dubek, the Czech athlete. That's a PB, 1:97, a big personal best there at the right moment as well.
And that's what he wants to bring, like I said, perhaps a bit of redemption for getting disqualified in that European Junior Championships for a lane infringement. But back to Horta-Kita. Horta-Kita will be having his first attempt at 2 meters. And he's navigated that well. I didn't see many people high jump in baggy shorts, long baggy shorts like that, but Horta-Kita feels he's got good enough jumps in his legs to get that, and he has with a 2 meter clearance there for Horta-Kita. He says this is his favourite event, so he's going to enjoy his time out there. He's going to milk it, minimise his recovery between the high jump and the next event, which is the 400 metres for these male decathletes. So there's Ethiopians there, they'll be gutted about that fall for Mekkonen. Czech Republic be supporting Dubek, willing him over that bar.
Men's long jump final now coming your way. Exciting moment for these athletes. South Africa then, Wingard, best of 7:68 in this event. Guerrero, next up, season's best, 7:61. Can't wait to see how far these guys can jump then from Italy. Santaka then, 7:73. Colin Santaka, of course, there. Tito, second South African athlete in this final. Belarian then next up. Best here, 7:59. Turner from Jamaica, 7:82 at his best. Really long jumpers in this one. Kratoshvili next, season's best, 7:65.
Representing Malta, the 24 national champion of Malta.
Zamit from Malta, 7:62 to his name. The Brazilian athlete comes out to welcome himself. Oza. Three more athletes from France. Erwin Conte from France, 7:91, the longest jumper in this field. He would have seen the world record earlier, wouldn't he, from Sasha Zoya? What can he do here? Our Kenyan athlete now. Mahina, 7:21 to his name. Another French athlete, the second French athlete in this final. Mercret, 7:93, jumping really long as well. And finally, from Jamaica, there he is. So that is 13 men contesting this long jump final. Longest in the field are the 2 French athletes. Mercret, longest was 7:93.
Third attempt for Dubek. The bar is at 2 meters. Can he add even more to the personal best he's already done, Dubek? No, he can't. Oh, I can see that frustration there for Dubek. Having a great day so far, though. 4 out of the 10 events completed for the Czech athlete. You can see the passion he brings to every event he does. Every single discipline. But that will be the end of the high jump for Dubek, and he will leave just Hotakita out there on his own to watch those points get handed to his rival.
Well, first attempt then for this man in the hammer final. Pillay, of course, from Poland. 79.59 for the Polish champion. What can he do for his first attempt? Long way to go in this event yet for these athletes. 12 of them in this final. So 70 metres, it goes over that by how far we're waiting to find out. Oh, 72.14. Puts him nicely in first position with 3 athletes already underway. Let's continue then with this men's hammer final. The Frenchman then coming up next for you. Best next to his name of 80 metres 94. A really big thrower. Ruel then, what can he do? How long is it? He's saluting himself, hand in the air there. Early stages, but is it long? It is 75.83.
Jean-Baptiste Broussel there. He will be keen to get one over on David Pillay. David Pillay winning the European Junior Championship. Jean-Baptiste Broussel having to settle for 3rd. So it is time for the women's 200 metres semi-final. We've got 3 of these to bring you 2 automatic spots into the final. Easy of Italy, season's best at 23.97. She'll be out there in lane 8. Lane 7 will be Batawange of Sri Lanka, 24.01. Fantastic run this morning to make this semi-final. To her inside will Brianna Leaston. She looked fantastic winning her heat. Wanting to retain this title for Jamaica. They hold it at the moment from the 2018 championships from Brianna Williams. But to her inside, Christine Mboa. She looked commanding victory in that first heat. The Olympic silver medalist. She'll be very hard to beat. And Izzy Gudros on her inside, the Canadian. She was 2nd in heat 3, came through very strongly in the latter stages. Can she do that again in this semi-final? We have the Barbara Splechanova from Czech Republic in lane 3. Lane 2, fast starting Turkish athletes, May Otrivski, 24.14. To complete our lineup in lane 1, it's Erica Barbosa from Brazil. Heat 1 of the women's, semi-final 1 of the women's 200 metres. Boma there on your screens. Fantastic silver medal from Tokyo.
Set.
And they're underway cleanly in this first 200 200 metres. What a start from Brianna Leisten, the Jamaican. Jamaican there in lane 6. She's stolen a few metres on Mboa on the inside. How can Mboa respond? And that's how. She turns on the afterburners. Mboa looking strong in the last 50. You can see that effort on her face. She's driving all the way to the line. 22.4 than Mbona. Leisten 23.2. Splechenova from the Czech Republic 23.67, but that was quick for Mboa. Championship record, if that's confirmed, for Mboma. Previous championship record was Brianna Williams, the defending champion, not here. Made Brianna Williams in that Jamaican 4x100 squad at the Tokyo Olympic Games, but she's lost her championship record to Christine Mboma. She's sure to lose her title, the merit of not being here, but she might lose her. She's lost her championship record as well. Christine Mboma, smiles all round for the Namibian athlete.
Wow, what a semi-final we had there. We thought she'd produce something special. We didn't know it'd be a championship record so early on. Let's watch this again then, how it unfolded. So she was in lane 5, but it was the Jamaican athlete who really took that bend aggressively. Leisten on the outside of her, but Mboma then powering. You can see how much she wants it. Leisten had to settle for second here. She will go through, of course, but what a performance. It just seemed like the last 100 metres she found something extra, did this athlete here, Mboma. Wow, I cannot wait to see if she can go even quicker in those finals. Looked like it was slightly painful, though. She put a lot of hard work into that one. Performance like that, obviously got to put the effort in, but what a run from Mboma then. Taking that championship record in first place, 22.41. Brianna Leisten, PB, 23.18. So the youngster there getting a PB after being really pushed in, and PBs for the Czech athlete in third, and the athlete in fourth, of course.
So Ndakis here with his second round. Orestis Dousakis from Greece, fourth at the European Junior Championships. He is the best of the Greeks in this field. There's two of them. Dousakis will be keen for a good second round showing here. Foul in the first round. These 12 athletes, they'll be vying for the top 8 positions so they can advance for the 4th, 5th and 6th rounds. Dousakis will be keen to get a distance on his card. So, letter there from the Greek athlete. Dousakis jumps up to second place, 75.69. Giving the others something to think about, and one of those others is David Pillay. He's the European champion. Right now, being pushed down the order by some of these other athletes. How can he respond? Really sitting nice and low as he gathers that speed with his hammer, and that's good. David Pillay, 72.14 from the first round. Polish athlete trying to play it cool, but I'm sure he's waiting for that distance. 75.95. He goes back into the lead, adding a tidy 3 meters to go back ahead of Jean-Baptiste Boussel there.
Well, a great hammer final unfolding then in the field events. Let's go on to the long jump then, on the jumping events that we've got today. First round jump then for the Colombian athlete, Berrio. Let's see how far he can go in his opening count here. He screams as he takes off then. Waiting for the results then for Berrio from Colombia. Looks long. Looks good. Oh, his hands up, he thinks it's good. It is 9.797, national under 20 record for Berrio. What a statement to put down there to all his competitors. Okay, let's go to Heat 2, the 200 metres semi-finals. We saw something special earlier, didn't we, from M-Bomber? Right, now we can go to lane 8 from Nigeria. Tavori there. Presenting from Italy. She's up next, 23.99. Camilla Rutherford. Semi-finals 100 metres. Rutherford did that. Second in Heat 2. We expect a bit more from Camilla in the 100, so let's see what she can do here. Zimna, personal best of 23.76. Beatrice Masalingi then went to those Olympic Games, 6th there. Second in the 100 metres. She'll want a title from these championships. Carrillo then from Spain. She was 3rd in Heat 5, so to wait and see there. Grange from South Africa. 24.02. Chacon from Guatemala. She's so happy to be here. Oh, she's found her flag. She's pointing to it. Loves that she's representing her country here on this world stage. This is semi-final 2. The women's 200 metres. Keep an eye on lane 4. Beatrice Masalingi.
Set.
Masalingi then, she's already up on the shoulder of Zimna from Poland, taking this bend in her stride. Rutherford going strongly as well, not quite able to go with the pace of Masalingi, but it is Masalingi from Carrillo from Rutherford at the moment. The Spanish athlete having an absolute storming 200 metres here. Is it going to stay that way? Oh, it went to Masalingi, Carrillo in second, Zimna. Olympic Games finalist, but Camille Rutherford really working hard as well. We can see this unfold again here.
Masalingi did get a fantastic start, but keep your eye on the Spanish athlete in lane 3, Lucia Carrillo. She was behind at the bend, but she had a really special last 100 metres to overhaul a number of athletes, including Camille Rutherford. But Lucia Carrillo coming through for a distant second behind Masalingi in that championship record, but second nonetheless. And Marta Zimna there, Poland, in 3rd place, but it will be Lucia Carrillo with that second automatic qualifying time. So I thought the championship record from the Indian team that they set in the heats of the mixed 4x4 right at the start of the championships, it would be the shortest lived championship record, but it wasn't. Masalingi getting not only the championship record, but also that title for stealing the quickest rewriting of a championship record in this championships. Beatrice Masalingi there. Be great to get those Namibian athletes together in that final. 22.41 from her teammate Mboma, but she's lowered it to 22.19, and Lucia Carrillo joining her in the final. Masalingi there, taking the accolades and the pictures.
Such special moments. We can see exactly where she hit her peak speed right now. Masalingi, she gets up to speed so quickly, about 25 metres, and she holds it all the way through to 100 metres. That red point there indicates that. Rutherford, though, she gets up to speed very quickly as well, similar to Masalingi, but Masalingi can hold it all the way to about 180, 90 metres and eases down on the line there. So if Rutherford can just maintain that red speed a little bit longer, she might be in with a shout in the final.
Back to the men's hammer. Dola Zulak, Czech Republic. That's a good throw there. I'll try and bring you up to date with where these guys are in this competition.
He's currently, after attempt 1, he had a foul. So he was trying to get a better result than that. So we'll wait to see what this athlete can do after a foul in his opening round. Wow, was good. 77.35. Skyrockets him all the way to the top of the table, but Broussel then for France. What can he do then? Big thrower the Frenchman is. 75.86 in round one for this athlete. Broussel just short of that 80-metre mark, which has been laid out for these athletes to give both themselves and us at home an indication of exactly how far these guys are throwing. Had to make sure he didn't go out of that circle. Comes down with a thump, doesn't it? .77.70, just ahead there of the Czech athlete in second with his last attempt of 77.35. So big throws from a couple of these guys now.
We'll have a look at this men's long jump final. This is Owen Conate. Owen Conate of France, third at the European Junior Championships. Models in his spare time. But he could be looking for France's first ever medal in the men's long jump at this World Junior Championships. That was a tough landing there from the French athlete, but didn't phase him. Bounced straight out the pit. Straight to his coach for some more instruction.
He's used to the cameras on him then, isn't he? If he's a model in his spare time, he'll be loving this. Then the biggest stage he can perform on. Wow, 7.75. Nicely done then in his first round for the Frenchman.
And here is the third and final semi-final of the women's 200 metres. Maria Mihace there in lane 8 for Romania. We saw her in the semi-final of the 100 metres. Can she go one better in this event and make the final? Elia Francis, part of the quartet that took 4th place in the mixed relay over that 400 metre distance. Just half a lap for the Jamaican athlete in this semi-final. Vive Jink from South Africa, she is just 16. She looked so good winning her heat. Let's see if she can maintain that form into this semi-final. Ivana Ilic, 8th in the 100 metres. I could be better over the 200 metres. Her second event coming afterwards. See how she gets on. And then it is Greece in lane 4. 23.83 for this athlete, 6th at the recent European Junior Championships. But on her inside, expect her to start fast. It's Favour Philly of Nigeria. She looked dominant, running so fast in that heat 5 earlier on today. Lane 2, Sabatit of Lithuania. Sabatit of Lithuania with a 24.25. In lane 1, Lamankova of Czech Republic. All smiles for the athlete in lane 1. Safely into the semi-final. 24.01, her season's best. First 2 in this heat progress into the final. We've seen 2 championship records in heat 1 and heat 2. That would make quite the story if we got a third, but I don't think that'll quite happen. But keep your eye on Favour of Philly. She might have a go. Lane 3 for the Nigerian athlete.
Set.
Underway, and Ilic just seemed to stand up out of the athletes are looking around. Nope, they are running the race. Apologies, Favour of Philly. Felt that the Romanian athlete was looking to her inside to see what was going on, but Favour of Philly is eyes straight down the track. She's seen the Namibian athletes put those markers down. A Philly powering all the way to the line, 23.38, second place there. I think the Jamaican athlete Francis, 22.38 for a Philly from Francis. From Enaldo Lido of Greece. Mihace there in 4th. A good run there from Favour of Philly. Unfortunate for the Croatian athlete, perhaps carrying an injury, just pulled up straight away out of the blocks.
Again, there's always an athlete in these 200 metres that's just out so quickly. And this is the time of a Philly then from Nigeria. No one troubled this athlete. Running in lane 3. She looked so good, didn't she? It was Ilic, of course, who pulled up prematurely in this one. Philly then striding away, really increasing the distance between her and the other athletes all the way through the line. It was Francis in second, but really mature running then from Pillay, which was great for her. Really comfortable. I can't wait for this final now. It's been really entertaining of these 200 metres. Nice to get all the athletes away safely. Unlucky though for the Serbian athlete there. We can see didn't finish. Ivana Ilic, been a great competitor throughout these championships so far, but favour of Pillay then. Qualifies comfortably, 22.37, a PB then from Francis, 23.70. Then a national under-20 record for the Greek athlete in third, 23.77. Have to wait and see though. The next two fastest will progress through. We'll have to wait and see who they are. Emma Anoudili, of course, with that under-20 record for Greece. But yes, the fastest two from those three semi-finals will make that final.
And here we're going to have a look at the last competitor in the men's high jump decathlon. Jente Hortikita out here all on his own in his favourite event. Looking like he's enjoying every moment of this. This is an attempt at 2 metres and 9 centimetres. First time clearance for Hortikita. Made that look easy. He's got a personal best of 2 metres, 10 centimetres, but 2 metres and 9 for the athlete today. That would give him 887 points.
The Belgium then really showing exactly why he's the under-20 European champion. He was so good, wasn't he, out there only a few weeks ago. He's being even better this time. Well, he did actually try for 2:12, which would have been a PB. 3 attempts, unfortunately, didn't quite make it. For Hortikita then, Belgium, 2:09 next to his name, 887 points, that gets him. Dubek, a PB, 197. I love seeing some PBs for the Czech athlete. And in 3, Sion, 194. They're the top 3 finishers in this event. A PB as well for Spain's San Pastor with 185. There are 8 competitors who made it through that high jump decathlon. Next for them will be that 400 metres, which proved problematic for 3 of the athletes competing here at those European under-20s. But Hortikita then sitting pretty at the top after 4 events of 10. 3,519 points. Dubek in second, 221 points behind. 405 points back is Spain's San Pastor. So those 3 very much in contention at the moment. Jeff Misplon just propping up the table. Belgium with 2,737 points to his name. But yes, 400 next for them.
So another look at the men's hammer throw. Dousakis at the moment, 4th place. Orestis Dousakis of Greece. Foul in the first round, but a nice 75.69, and 4th place at the moment for the Greek athlete. Orestis Dousakis, he does have that personal best of 78.07. And that looks a little bit closer to that. That looks like it could be an improvement on 75.69. They say 4th place at the moment. 3rd place, 77.35. Could he get himself close to that? Dousakis there, always hunting down that 75. Oh, it's 77.78. He soars past all of them. I should have been looking at Broussard there and saying, what is it for the gold medal? Orestis Dousakis in the 3rd round, 77.78.
Well, let's get you up to speed then on all of the qualifiers who'll make it through to the women's 200 metres final. Beatrice Masalingi then with her championship record, 22.19. She stole that off Christine Mboma, who qualifies as well, 22.41. But favour of Pillay from Nigeria, really strong running from the Nigerian athlete, 22.37. Brenna Lyston, a 17-year-old PB, 23.18. Carrillo, the Spanish athlete, PB as well, 23.32. PBs for all of these athletes in making it to this World Under-20 final, which just shows the quality at this level that we are seeing on this world stage. More qualification summaries for you as well. Men's 110 metre hurdles. Well, We saw this earlier, Sasha Zoya. World record, 12.93. It got rounded down, didn't it, if you watched it earlier? Basquiani there, season's best, 13.35 in second, and Paredes from Colombia, a PB as well next to his name. So really fast times we will see go in the 110 metre final. All these athletes producing their best when it matters. Well, let's look at the 800 metres as well. Who's making it through to this final? Agnashku, 2:04.26. Zulech, 2:06.28 for Ukraine in second. Delagiani really pushed the pace. She wanted a spot in this final, 2:06.41. Nilsson, 2:07.13 makes it through. As does Martinez. Rossa Miller, Sadek and Canada's Avery Pearson as well. But remember, the Ethiopian who fell in that second semi-final, she missed out on 0.07 of a second, 7/100th of a second. Heartbreak for the Ethiopian, but she really tried, didn't she, to get back in there and gave it her all. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be for the Ethiopian today at making the 800 metre final. Well, that is going to be a cracker. Cannot wait for that. I know Hannah's a big fan. I'm a big fan of that event as well. Let's just check in on the women's 100 metre qualifiers as well then.
So many semi-finals going on this afternoon, which is great to see. In Erika Nugent, 13:02, being given the same time as Kumbunji. Some world-class times from our under-20 athletes. We're excited to see those two together in that final. March there in Poland, the third fastest qualifier, ahead of that second Jamaican, Anika Wilson. Fantastic to have two Jamaican hurdlers in that final.
And the next two fastest times will advance the final.
Time for more semi-finals then. This time it's the men's 200 metre semi-finals. Okay, in lane 8 then, Wambua of Kenya. Well, the Kenyan crowd will be behind him for sure. Rengifo Montoya, bronze medalist in the 100 metre final last night. Season's best of 2:95, PB of 2:91. Oregon from Uganda. Just missed out on the 100 metre final yesterday, so will want to make this 200 metre final. Taboho then, he goes in 5. He's your 100 metre champion from last night. What can this man produce here? Wendell Miller, he's a national 4x400 metre champion from Bahamas. He goes in lane 4. Nazio John then, he's up next. We've seen him compete so far as well in those 100 metres. 20:89, his personal best and season's best. Pakaridi then from Nigeria. Oh, smiles then from the Nigerian. Shows us his muscles as well. We love that. 20:94, his personal best. Yusefi as well going in lane 1 to complete this semi-final.
On your marks.
Well, they're lining up now for this first semi-final. Keep your eyes peeled for those middle lanes. 4, 5 and 6. Miller, Taboho and Oregot. 2 automatic qualifiers from each heat. 2 fastest progress to the final. Okay, we're away then. It looks like it is. Taboho, he's going faster on this bend in the light blue strip. Who can go with him? Well, it looks like Montoya of Cuba is having a great run here. Medalist in the 100. Oregon, though, coming back in the yellow, really finishing strongly there. But it is Taboho from Oregon, from Montoya, I believe. 20:32 there. What a run then for the under-20 world champion in the 100 metres. Oregon, 20:40 for second. Ringinfo Montoya, 20.61 for the athlete with the bronze medal already round his neck from those 100 metres yesterday. Orogoto takes of his number, walks off the track. He's happy with that.
That could be a sizable personal best for Orogo of Uganda. But Etzel Teboko, he's been given a personal best as well. He did that in the semi-final of the 100 metres. He's done it again in this men's 200 metres. PB in the semi-final, looking good for the athlete from Botswana. But Tarsis all go from Uganda. If that time's confirmed, I think it could be 0.4 of a second off his personal best. 20.71 it is on my paper at the moment, but it looked like it was a lot faster in that race for the Ugandan athlete as we watch this replay.
Well, it was such a great first semi-final, of course, but just watch the athletes in the middle names. Teboho then with the light blue, but it was Montoya really powered back. I thought he was in the lead for a slight bit. Orogo there coming through in the yellow kit. He was really strong as well, powering home. All three of these athletes really pushing each other. It was surprising that Wendell Miller then from the Bahamas just being pushed out of it in fourth place. These three, top two go through by right, of course. The Cuban will have to wait and see if he is fast enough. Teboho then looking comfortable and easing through with a PB to those finals. Montoya there looks a bit disheartened with third. 7 out of the 8 athletes have personal best. You can see them here. Only Wendell Miller, we thought he did look like he underperformed slightly there. PB then at the top then for the Botswanan athlete. Teboho, 20.31. Orogo there, national record, 20.37. PB for Cuban. Montoya, 20.58. John, PB 20.79. Then we've got PB for Nigeria as well, and all the athletes, 7 out of the 8 got personal bests.
You see the first round jump for Brian Muckrat, France. Odd socks, but I can get behind that. He's seen his compatriot already. Connate, he's did a good first round jump way behind the board there for Brian Muckrat. I'm sure I'll let his coach explain that to him. I'm sure they'll make some adjustments, but you want to get a mark down, you want to get a safe jump in. But Muckrat there, good 7.60, good enough for third place. And when you look at that gap on that board, that's exciting. But we have got 2 and 3 for France at the moment, second and third, and they've not had any medals in this event historically, so this could be a real turnaround for the French team.
Or Beglaran now on the runway. Nice technique there. This athlete produced. I love that technique. Slightly went out to the right. A few athletes have been doing that. It's just how they take off, of course. He gets the white flag. Okay, so Beglaran, what has this athlete produced here? Waiting for it, of course. Armenia. 70-60, a really long second round attempt, which propels him into third. He must be happy with that one.
There's Gabriel Luis Boza for Brazil on the runway. This is his second round attempt. It was measured at 7.83 for the Brazilian athlete. That propels him all the way up into second place. Still Barrio in the lead at 7.97 with his national junior record at 7.83 for Boza. Connate on the runway for his second attempt. It's a 7.75 propelled him into the lead in that first round. And he's been pushed down into bronze. How can he respond? Pretty well. He looks a bit dejected. I thought it looked good. I think I'm impressed by any long jump.
You were not good at the long jump, Hannah, when you were an athlete?
Not good at all.
But you're so tall.
Connate there. Get on the board. So he's got his run-up mark in the right place. But let's see what it's measured at. Such a fantastic 7.75 in his first round. He has improved. 7.80 for the French athlete, back up into third place. It is all change in this second round in the men's long jump.
Well, third, of course, is where he finished for that bronze medal position in the European Under-20 Championships.
But this is the second semi-final of the men's 200. Israel occupying lane 8, 2094 to his name. Diamante of Argentina in lane 7, 21:15. The second of 3 semi-finals. Carlos Brown from the Bahamas. He's gone sub-21, 2099. All those PBs in the previous race. Could we pick up a few more here? Eduard Kubelik, Czech Republic, 2082. A good lane draw for the Czech Republic athlete. Lane 5. Lane 4, Dan Bile from South Africa. He's got experience from the World Relays in 2019, bringing that into these championships. Onwuzurike, Nigeria, 2047 is the second fastest in the PB in the field this season, but the fastest this year. Armand Small, he just snuck into this semi-final. Looked a bit tired from his 100-meter exploits this morning. And Angulo of Ecuador completes the lineup in this second semi-final.
On your marks.
First 2 automatically qualified to tomorrow's final. Keep your eye out for Onwuzurike, the Nigerian in lane 3, and he's up on the South African athlete to his outside already as they come through 100 to go. Nigeria with a 1 meter lead from South Africa. Onwuzurike looking good. He's opened up daylight over Dambiel. It'll be Onwuzurike for the win, but did Dambiel of South Africa hold off that late charge from Marifa from lane 8. Championship record. We are being spoiled this afternoon. We thought all those PBs in the first semi-final with these men's was good as it's going to get. But Onwuzurike treating us to a championship record. Let's see if it gets confirmed.
He looks a little bit disappointed now, does Onwuzurike. Maybe it just flashed up on the screen and then went away again. No, it's still there. Why the dejected look? Is he smiling at the official saying, look over there. You do have the championship record. Wow, we are really being treated. What a show these athletes are putting on tonight.
I wonder if we could beat more PBs than we did in the first race. This track is fast. We had those wet conditions yesterday. Maybe we would have seen some faster times yesterday. We didn't realise how good the track was going to be. But Onwuzurike turning it on in this second semi-final.
Off to get his championship record picture, of course. We saw it broken twice in the women's 200 metres in those semi-finals. I wonder if it will be bettered in the next semi-final. For this man's sake, I hope not. But for the athletes in the third semi-finals, I hope so. Okay, well, what a moment. Great running from Onwuzurike. This is exactly how he did it. Quite a small athlete as well. He gets up onto that South African shoulder really quickly, doesn't he, around this bend. Really working hard. And then this is where you just want to kind of relax into the final 100 metres. Keep the gap, though, to South Africa in second and just really put your foot down without being tested and troubled too much as well. A championship record when you're running out in front with nobody on your shoulder, as Onwuzurike just did there, and kind of maybe just overbalanced a little bit on the line, but maybe that was how he likes to finish his races. His teammates loving that.
Very excited for him. Onwuzurike. Nigeria have been really impressive this year across the board. Great showings at the Olympics as well. Onwuzurike there, 2013, a championship record. Dan Bile there, holding on for second place. I thought he might have been caught by the athlete from Israel outside him, but he held on by 0.04 of a second for that automatic qualification position. Just the one heat to go in these semi-finals. I think we are hearing that there might have been a strong wind. That would explain why we've seen such fantastic times in that first heat. We will try and confirm the wind reading from that. We'll keep an eye on our results. That would be a shame for Onwunzurike. But yeah, we do think that championship record will be disallowed because of a strong following wind. Onwunzurike will have to come back tomorrow and have a go.
Yeah, we're getting fast times, but you know, athletes here are so good. The previous women's semi-final when we saw 2 championship records, such great competitors, of course, because they went to the Olympic Games. They've been showing their form already in the 100 metres, but it was plus 2.3 the following win that the athletes experienced then in that 200 metres. So the championship record won't stand. We'll see what they can do tomorrow. But back to this men's hammer final. Lots of action going on.
This is Mencia Diaz. Mencia Diaz of Cuba, 77.20 is his best. At the moment, that would really get him up involved in that conversation for the medals. He needs to find that form. Foul in round 1, foul in round 2 for the Cuban athlete. He kept his balance well there. Around about the 70-metre mark. Ronald Mencia Diaz. See how much height he gets on that hammer. Some of these athletes spinning the hammer very horizontally. Mencia Diaz there is on an angle. It's unusual and probably quite hard to manage, but that was his 5th round attempt. See if there is any improvement. He's on 71.60 at the moment, the Cuban athlete. 69.84 coming in. I think that 71.60 might be this round. Fantastic for the Cuban athlete there if he has improved his distance in the 5th round. Yes, 71.60 was his measurement for the 5th round, and we turn our attention back to the men's 200 metres.
Final semi-final then on track. Petrusa from Poland goes in lane 8. 21.01, his lifetime best. Cappelletti then from Italy goes in 7. Italians having such a great summer of sport. Kamanja Dryback from Denmark. He featured the Olympic Games, remember, in the relay, the 4x100 metre relay, and the World Relays early this year. But Brian Lavelle, 17 years of age, will be challenging the man to his right-hand side. Benjamin Richardson, 2nd in those 100 metres. We saw him collect his medal earlier. He goes in 4. Ali Khalid Mas then from Saudi Arabia in lane 3. Canadian goes in lane 2, Michael Roth, 21.14 at his best. I think we'll see some great times again today. Hopefully the wind isn't too strong. Mondino then from Argentina, Thomas Mondino goes in 1. We'll see all those athletes ahead of him
On your marks.
as he gets out of his blocks, takes on this first 100 metres. This bend of the 200, right. Athletes now getting ready for this. How fast are they going to go? Four, 5 and 6. Athletes to watch. Keep an eye on those guys.
Set.
We're out then. It looks like it's a great start for all of these athletes. South African then Benjamin Richardson in the green, looking like he is catching up with the Danish athletes to the outside of him, and Jamaica as well going strongly. But it is Denmark, Jamaica, South Africa. Oh my goodness me, you can put a blanket over these 3. Who's going to get it? It looks like Kamanja Dryback, but the Polish athlete on the outside. Oh my goodness me, that was a tight race, but Kamanja Dryback there getting the result. The girls can't believe it. 20.62 on the clock. Lavelle 20.68 for 2nd. Those 2 will go through by right, but that's been the closest sprint we have seen all championships in the 100 and 200 metres. Kamanja Dryback of Denmark, we said he's competed at the highest levels. The only athlete wearing sunglasses out there as well tonight. He has the experience to progress through these rounds. Benjamin Richardson does as well though.
Benjamin Richardson looked really good for me there. He looked shaky in his semi-final of the 100 metres, but came back successfully to get a silver medal. But Benjamin Richardson sticking to his task there. You can see he put pressure on the athletes outside him. Brian Lavelle and Kamanja Durbach had to respond. Kamanja Durbach, for me, looking inside. Maybe he wanted to do as little as possible, but he should have been looking outside. Jakub Petrusa of Poland nearly spoilt the party. I think he did sneak up into third place. He might have just got himself past Lavelle or Benjamin Richardson. It's going to be tight to see who makes that 200-metre final.
Masson from Saudi Arabia pulling up with what looked like a hamstring injury for the man from Saudi Arabia, but possibly could go through from this semi-final. First two in each, remember, and then the two fastest. So Kamanja Durbach then 20:61. PB, the pole sole second there for Petrusa. 20:70. Brian Lavelle will have to wait, as will Benjamin Richardson. 20:71 apiece for those two athletes. Two fastest. It'd be such a shame to lose such quality athletes from this third semi-final.
We're back to the third round of the men's long jump. Kunate was our leader early on. His first round jump of 70.75 put him in the lead. He improved to 7.80 in his second round, and this is his third round jump. He's putting together a great series, Kunate. He has got a personal best of 7.91 and a European bronze medal to his name. Great on the board. What a championship performer there.
Got two athletes, haven't we, from France competing, and a medal in this event would be the first for France. And with two such high quality athletes, we may see that. He's got a bronze medal at the European Under-20 Championships. 7.90 for Kunate there, best so far. He's getting better with each round. 1 centimetre off his personal best is the Frenchman.
But it is back over to the men's hammer competition, and David Pillay for his 5th round throw. Coming into the closing stages of this men's hammer throw competition. We knew it would be tight, we knew it would be exciting, but it is living up to the billing. David Pillay, our European junior champion. He liked the look of that. Punched the air when he let go of it, but it does fall short of that line we can see on our screens. Keeping his balance well, roaring his hammer down that infield. Just short of the 80-metre mark. David Pillay. 75.95 his best so far. Can he improve in this 5th round? He does. 77.09. It's an improvement, but it doesn't change his position. Frustrating. You'll be pleased with the improvement, but frustrated that wasn't enough to get past the Czech athlete or the French athlete or indeed the Greek athlete. He's European champion. He's beaten these guys before. Dozalek of the Czech Republic is next into the circle.
Next into the circle in bronze. He's just watched David Pillay get a little bit closer to him and pile on the pressure. So he'll want to put a bit of breathing space between himself and the Polish athlete. So we'll want to better his mark, of course. He took that so quickly. Nears that 80-metre mark. Don't know how near it is, but it possibly looked longer than he's thrown before. 7.35 was his best. 2 fouls for the Czech athlete. This is his 5th attempt. It flew through the Kasarani Stadium. How far did it go? Wow! 77.83, a national under-20 record.
Back with the men's long jump. This is Kerr in Jamaica. He is down in 13th place at the moment. These men trying to close in on that top 8 so that they get a final 3 jumps. Only the top 8 get to progress into those final 3 rounds. So Kavi and Kerr doing everything he can to get into that.
Uni of Kansas State then, as well. So another one of these athletes going to America to try and progress their career. It's a great platform as well. And a former Jamaican high school long jump champion, so a lot of great achievements already for this youngster Kerr.
So 7:14 from the first, but 7:90 in the third round. These men are changing around these medals so quickly. Same distance as Connate, but he is in the bronze medal position at the moment. Huge, wow, big PB, 10 centimetres PB. He'll have been so frustrated with that first round jump, but what a way to respond all the way up into the bronze medal position for Cavian Kerr. Back into the hammer throw.
Bruxelles then. 5th round throw for the Frenchman. This is really getting to the end of this event. They need to pull out these big throws now. He's urging it on. It's not as far as we just saw with that National Under-20 Championship record for the Czech athlete.
Zalek really putting the pressure on this field. Jean-Baptiste Bruxelles trying to respond. He has got a best of 80 metres. 77.70 will remain his best though. He's in the bronze medal position at the moment. But it is Orestes Doussakis. He led for a while, 77.78 in the third round. But he had to relinquish that lead of 77.83. Dolezalek of the Czech Republic. Just 5 centimetres. Must be very frustrating for Doussakis to see that gold medal taken from him by 5 centimetres. How can he respond? Orestes Doussakis, and I think, let me imagine that's zooming in. It is a red flag. Perhaps that the hammer just in the side of the cage there to catch the hammer if it's going to go wayward. So important, but a good indication of a foul.
Well, back then with the long jump. Athletes jumping great distances over here. It's the final for these athletes, of course. Right, next up, we've got the Czech athlete, Javelin, best of 7.65. What's he done so far? 7.34. Foul in the third. We can see what the athletes are jumping ahead of him now, so tries to get the athletes and anyone who's in the stadium to help him out. He's been at the Youth Olympics before, back in 2018, 10th there. European Under-20, 9th, best of 7.46 to get 9th. Solid jump. Is there a flag coming up? We always wait for that white flag to indicate a good jump. Let's look. Oh, really behind the mark there. Definitely could add 10 or so centimetres to this if he got that run up sorted out. Obviously don't want to be over, but being under, you know, isn't the best either. Doesn't quite better his best so far, 7.29. 7.34 his best. Crutchville then will wait for his next go. Zammit. 7.42. He says, come on guys, get behind us. Athlete from Malta, he's only 16 years age. First Maltese athlete to reach Euro Under-20 finally was a couple of weeks ago. Maltese junior record holder in this event. Woo! I love that technique. When the hands actually meet the feet in the air. So stretched in flight. Just on the board there. Kicks out the sand. Slightly to the left of the pit. He was 5th at those Euros. It's a really, really good jumper from this youngster. He's only 16, so young. But competing on this stage. So Zammit, does he improve it? No, not quite. 7.42 his best.
Greece. We are in the final round of this men's hammer throw competition now. And Gas, I think, has just potentially done his last throw, but Mencias of Cuba at the moment, 71.60. Good enough for 7th place as it stands. Can he improve on that 71.60 with his final throw? Mencias 77.20 is personal best. I could get him up to 4th place. Must be agonising to look back at a scorecard and go, had I done my best, I could have finished here. But hey, that's the beauty of sport, the beauty of competition. Mencias of Cuba out there, one final attempt in this men's hammer throw competition. Just stepping out of the circle on that throw, short of the 70-metre line, so either way it won't be an improvement, but it could be a foul. It is. We've got a red flag there for Ronald Mencias of Cuba. He will finish this World Junior Championships in 7th place.
It's getting very tense now then, isn't it, in this men's hammer throw? A few more athletes still to throw to see who will get the medals. So a couple of people in the stadium now from the Czech Republic. They'll be watching Dubek possibly in the 400 metres of the men's decathlon shortly, but Merkrat then on the runway. This French athlete, 2 French athletes contesting this, runs through. Shows how fast these athletes are. Such quality field. Merkrat especially a medalist, those Euro under-20 champs as well. 2 fouls though, he goes again. To the 5th event for the men's decathlon, the 400 metres. So let's look at the lineup then. Sam Pastor then goes in 8. He was one of those athletes who got disqualified in the 400 metres at the European under-20s. Hortakita though, he got 1 second PB in those 400 metres at the Europeans. That's his PB, 49.07. Dubek though, also an athlete who got disqualified. He'd won his heats at the Euro under-20s, then got disqualified for running out of his lane or slightly out, like we see on the white line. Misplon then, he goes in 5. Another athlete that got disqualified. Those 3 that I've already mentioned have to be careful here. Do not step on that line. Divonen then for Finland goes in 4, PB of 52.85. Sion then outside of him, the Italian athlete. He'll be good, 51.77. Ron Beck then in 2 for Denmark.
Come on!
He's pumped. Shows us his fist. He's pumped and ready. And from the inside lane then, Javelin then from Finland, 50.37. His PB at his best. But it's got to be between the athletes in 6 and 7. Dubek and Hortakita, both 49 second runners here. Let's hope for no disqualifications. Sam Pastor then just settling into his marks. Yes, you can see then Maloney, 3rd in the Olympic Games as well after winning this event in 2018.
Set.
Australia. Okay, so it's the athletes on the top of your screen then. Sam Pastor from Hortakita, from Dubek. Those 3 are really fast at this event, but Misplon as well will want to have a safe run and not step on that line and get disqualified. But the athletes at the top of your screen, Dubek running really well, already overtaken Hortakita, really strong running from the Czech athlete, 49 seconds, his personal best. 200 metres gone, these 3 look like they're clear at the top of the picture, but who's going to prevail here? Dubek miss. This is a 5th event, remember, for these guys. A 5-meter lead, though, to the Belgian in second from the Czech athlete. But Horta-Keita is gaining on him. Can he overhaul Dubek on the line? Not quite as Dubek from Horta-Keita from San Pastor, then the Spanish athlete in third. Look at those times, though. They are fast. 48 seconds PBs all around for the top two. PB for Dubek. Personal best for Horta-Keita. That's how difficult that was. That's what a personal best does to you when you're running that fast. Dubek there just says thank you very much. I knew I was in form.
Do you think they had a chat in the call room? Come on guys, let's stay in our lanes. Let's not have a repeat of Tallinn. Nobody enjoyed that. Let's all stay in our lanes. I was a bit nervous for San Pastor. He looked a bit close to his line down the back straight. But 4 PBs, all got PBs. How fantastic. Led home by Dubek. These men have had a great first day. They'll be tired. They'll sleep well. Horta-Keita making sure he doesn't lose any ground there on Dubek. He will want to keep his sights on that overall title. But Dubek looking good for a medal as well.
Well, this is special, isn't it? We're really seeing something special from these two athletes in this 400 metres. 48.72 for Dubek. Horta-Keita there, 48.99, just snuck under 49 seconds. San Pastor, 50.48. Gronbeck, PB, 50.84. Then if we look down to the bottom of the page as well, Tivonen, a PB of 52.13. PBs is what we need if Horta-Keita is going to get what he wants. 8 to 50 points he wants.
So we now look at the last 3 in the men's hammer final. Jean-Baptiste Boussal. He's got the furthest personal best from this field, but he's only in 3rd place at the moment. Can the Frenchman finish with a big throw? Oh, he looks excited. He stayed in the circle. For me, that's not near the 80-metre mark of his personal best, but he gave it absolutely everything. Jean-Baptiste Boussal on 77.70 at the moment. It needs 77.79 to get back into a silver medal position. I think it will be a bronze medal at World Junior Championships for the Frenchman to match his bronze medal from the European Junior Championships. At 74.07, his final round throw, his first round throw, second round throw, 77.70 will be his best. But Orestis Dusakis, 77.78 in that 3rd round. Good enough for the lead when he did it. And since then it's been overtaken by 5 centimetres. Dolizalek has the lead over the Greek athlete Dusakis by 5 centimetres. Can Orestis Dusakis respond? It's his final throw in this hammer final. Orestis Dusakis slightly unbalanced there as he let go of the hammer. I don't think that will challenge the lead. Wait till it's being measured. Fantastic silver medal for Orestis Dusakis, just 4th place at the European Junior Championships. Catching the cage on the way out, that's an indication that the throw wasn't perfect. See, claps the crowd. Orestis Dusakis, 73.54, 2nd place for the Greek man, and is over to Dolizalek of the Czech Republic. 77.83, puts his finger to his lips. Come on, guys, give me 2 more minutes. Let me have 1 more throw. I've already got 1 national junior record. Can Jan Dolizalek get a 2nd? I think looked like the hammer went straight into the side of the cage. No valid, the red flag for Jan Dolizalek for the Czech Republic, but he's got the gold medal in this World Junior Championships and a national under-20 record, 77.83. The victory by 5 centimetres, and it leaves his hammer up there in the cage. See you later, I might not need you till next season.
I love that. I just think a lot of these athletes had long seasons. Will have a rest now. because that's what you do when you're a world champion. Of course, you go, I think I deserve a holiday. Maybe they can go on safari or go to Mombasa, to the beach. I would if I was him and I was allowed. Well, celebrations then for that man on your screen. The Czech athlete did so well to win that one. Some big throwers in that competition, but he came out on top. The Greek athlete then celebrates as well, getting on the podium. That's what you come here. You come here for a medal. In the end, it doesn't always matter what colour. The Frenchman there as well, very pleased with his performance. Let's keep watching these scenes because it's so great to watch the athletes celebrate all their hard work paying off.
Been a long and complicated journey for these athletes to this championships. So delighted to finish it off with a gold medal. Zalek there, taking all the praise from his team and his competitors. Dusakis there, he must have a regional Greek flag. Not up to speed with my regional Greek flags. The rest is Dusakis. That looks very nice. I'd love to know where that's from. Big smiles from the Greek man. Might be Jans Leslie there, Czech Republic. Probably getting it wrong. Jean-Baptiste Broussel there, bronze medal. Paris Olympics, 3 years. Can we see any of these fantastic French athletes there? That would be brilliant. But there is that full result of the men's hammer throw. Jan Dolezalek of Czech Republic, national junior record, 77.83. Orestes Dusakis, 77.78, just 5 centimetres off that gold medal. Jean-Baptiste Broussel, bronze medal at 77.70. Really close with those top 3, just 13 centimetres separating them. Kunate back in the long jump. It's 4th round in this final. A lot of change up at the top. Owen Kunate at the moment in the silver medal position. 7.90 in that 3rd round, but that looks big. Part-time model, full-time long jumper. Owen Kunate is in silver medal position at the moment, like we've said. No medals for France ever. Good on the board. Let's see if we can get a measurement on this. Nervous wait for the French athlete. Stare at that score. Oh, and he likes it. 8.12, 8 meters, 12 centimeters. Pointing at his shoes, thumping his chest. Gold medal position at the moment. And that is a world under 20 lead. Championship record still out of his grasp with an 8.20, but he overtakes Oliver Koletzko of Germany for that world under 20 lead.
This is turning into something special, isn't it? Kerr now, the Jamaican, in the 5th round. 7.51, his best. 7.90, correction, in attempt 3. That was a PB. Can he go further? I'm sure he's been inspired by these athletes. So we'll have to wait and see. Had a world lead in a national under-20 junior record as well go before him. Previous rounds. He wants the teams behind him in the stadium and the athletes as well getting behind him. Did I see a red flag go up out of the corner of my eye there? I'm not quite sure.
Bit of a frustrated look on Kerr's face, and maybe you're right, eagle-eyed Rachel.
Oh, quite a way over by a couple of centimetres there. See, I know my fouls in the long jump, I do, Hannah. Just watched him there. Needs to maybe adjust that, or maybe he was just stretching because he really wanted a big jump there, but he's having a debrief. So Kerr gets a foul in attempt 5. Best still of 7.90, a PB in 3rd. Connate then, 8.12, he just got that world under-20 lead, didn't he? The athlete from France. Some French athletes producing the goods earlier. Sacha Zoya, of course, got a world record for under-20s in the 110 hurdles. French athletes will all be hanging out together, I'm sure, and their energy really producing these good performances. Here he goes. Whoa, well that's long. He likes it. Sticks his tongue out at the crowd. Is it as long as 8:12?
Erwin Canate there, putting together a great series. 775, 780, 790, 812 to propel him into that gold medal position. We're just waiting for a distance on his 5th round throw. Jump, apologies. No improvement, but what another fantastic jump for the Frenchman, 8 meters. That would have been, I think that would have been a PB for him coming into this, but he's really putting together a tremendous 5 jumps there. 791 before today, and he's gone above that twice now.
Well, the Colombian athlete now, can he respond to these great jumps from Canate then? Then Berrio looking good. Is he better than his record he set earlier? National Under-20 record that was 797 was that. Colombia a little bit behind the board there. Some space to adjust if he wants to. Oh, looks a little bit frustrated as the athlete from Colombia. Berrio looks for the result. 764, but wasn't on the board like he would have wanted to be. So he can go back and adjust that, but in the silver medal anyway. One more attempt for these athletes.
It'd be so great to get 2 of them over 8 meters. That would be brilliant as we enter this final round. Crutchville of Czech Republic will start us off for this final round. He's in 8th place at the moment. Best jump of 734. A shaky series, a couple of fouls and a 4 meter jump in there. Can this Czech athlete improve in his final round jump? Way behind the board. Sometimes these athletes are playing around with their run-up, trying something different. Maybe they're forced into trying something different through injury, or it's not working on the day, but you can see miles behind the board there. That is our first athlete in this 6th round of the men's long jump final.
Here we go, the Czech athlete then just takes off his name and waves to the camera. 734. Finished in 8th. Well, the athlete from Malta. Breaking records all over the place in Malta is this youngster. 16, remember, having a great World Championships. Only 16, he can come back if he wants to. In Cali in Colombia in 2 years' time, he'll still be young enough. Can he better his best round attempt then? Tense scenes then, with only a few athletes left to go. 6 after Zamet. Again, not quite on that board. It's fine margins it comes down to here, of course. People might think I'm picky, Hannah, but I'm trying to help the athletes.
But that's what's been so impressive from Erwin Canate so far. 5 jumps, 5 valid jumps. Same from Berrio from Colombia. in that silver medal position at the moment. 7.19 there for Zamet, no improvement on his 7.42. He will stay in 7th place. But yes, you want to be able to hit those big jumps, but sometimes you need that foundation of a fantastic series below to support that. Exciting for Canate and Berlioz. They can put together those series to see them next year. Mukret here, 6th position at the moment. Great 7.69 in the second round. He needs to find a little bit more. Was in a medal position early on. I'm sure he'd love to leap back into that. Brian Mukret on the runway, giving it everything. He thumps the sand. He was behind the board as well. Arms flailing, maybe indicating his balance was off. And you can see there, it looked to me like his body was much further back when he would have liked it, to work really hard to get his centre of gravity back over his feet. Frustration there for Brian Mukret. He will finish in 6th place. 7.38 there. That won't improve on his 7.69. 5th place overall for Mukret.
Well, next up it will be the Brazilian. Bozo will be up next, then Gabriel Luis Boza. 7.83. No, I think possibly not going to see him again. I think he might have an injury, possibly, and it's going to take no longer a part in this competition. We saw that earlier. So he does sit out, does the athlete in 4th at the moment. So we'll see the Armenian athlete then getting everybody excited for his last round attempt. Beglarin, of course, is going up now. Gore Beglarin hit a PB in his 5th round, 7.69. It's that bettered 7.69 for the athlete from Armenia. I think again, possibly just touching. Look how close that was. Almost perfect, but not quite in the end. So his best will be 7.69, a PB for this athlete. Beglarin then. Foul on his last. Great performance from that man. Kerr then, up for Jamaica. Can he better? He's in the bronze right now, Hannah. Had a foul. What can he do in the 6th?
Kerr, we saw him really attack that 5th round. Maybe he feels like there's more in the tank. 7.90, personal best at the moment for the Jamaican. Just 7 centimetres off that silver medal. Be sure he will give it his all. Boza of Brazil taking no further part. He will stay in 4th position. But Kavian Kerr, one last attempt to chase down that silver and gold. Look good on the board, good speed on the runway. We'll have to wait and see, as will Kavian Kerr. 7.90, personal best for the 3rd round. Could this final round attempt challenge it? Now that's what we like to see on the board. Brilliant foot placement there for the Jamaican. Shows such good discipline.
Japan won this event 3 years ago, so it's going to be a new champion this year, of course. What country is it going to go to? Well, it's not going to go to Jamaica. 7.90 in the 3rd round, that PB got him the bronze medal, and he'll stay with that. Applauding from his teammates in the crowd.
How about Kanate on the runway? Big 4th round attempt, so he's jumping 2nd to last because he entered this 2nd half of the competition in that silver medal position, jumped up into gold with that 8.12 under 20 world lead. One last attempt from the Frenchman. He's got the lead at the moment. He needs to jump as far as he can, just in case Berrio has a resurgence in his last round jump. Looked like he rotated a little bit, had his centre of gravity a little bit too far back there. Didn't have his normal posture into the pit that we've seen so far. I said it before, I'll say it again, a really strong series off the Frenchman, and he will have got France's first ever medal at the World Junior Championships. It might be a tiny foul there for the Frenchman. Right on the board. So he's taken his number off. He thought that was it. He thought he's won. He has forgotten that Don Andres Berrio of Colombia has one jump left to go. The new national record holder. He could spoil the party before it's got started.
Well, don't take that off too prematurely. You never know, they're quite hot on the rules here. So just put that back off, because if this man that we're about to see jump goes faster, you might have to go again. Or if he goes the same jump, you might have to jump again, mate. So wait a minute. He still likes, he's like, I've got it, don't worry, I've got it. Berrio then, from Colombia. He is pumped for this. He set a national under 20 record to be in this position, in the silver position. Ah, he screams, he applauds. He knows it's not as far as the Frenchman, but it was a great set of results for that man from Colombia. Really nicely placed though. Great execution, great flight in the air. That's what we want to see. Their techniques here are incredible. Screams, lets out a roar. What an effort. What a final. 7:69, he doesn't mind. Silver medal then goes to Colombia, but it is gold for France, bronze for Jamaica. That was pretty dramatic, Hannah.
That was an amazing men's long jump final, and I'm so glad we could show so many of the jumps and see how much that lead changed over those rounds. I'd love to print out the scorecard and go through that, because I think there were multiple athletes in those medal winning possessions through those 6 rounds. It changed the whole time.
It just shows the quality, doesn't it? When you get a world under 20 lead, get a national under 20 record for Colombia, and then you get a PB for Jamaica, pulling out their best performances at this World Under 20 Championships just makes it even more special.
And we've seen some really, really good performances this afternoon. Those 200s are quick, such a shame about the wind in that second men's semi-final, disallowing the championship record, but really fast performances nonetheless. So this track is fast. Like I say, we had the adverse weather conditions yesterday. We've got the slight altitude, so that's affecting some of the endurance results. But when you move to events like the long jump and the sprints, they can... Oh, where's his flag gone? Did he have a flag? Did he drop it?
He just kept going, Colombia, on his chest, on his vest there, of course. But Kerr then, PB 790. His jumps went 714, and he had a foul. 790 was his best in the 3rd round then for this man from Jamaica. 780 before this, so he got a 10 centimetre PB. So great. Oh, this is what comes from being a model, isn't it? The confidence of this man. He's already on the podium. Oh, he got a little bit told off. Get off, it's not your time yet. But shows how fun these athletes can be when they do get the chance. Just being told maybe to settle down a bit, because we do have some more action. In a few minutes we'll be bringing you the final of the 3,000 metre steeplechase for the women. So they don't want them to get too comfortable out there parading around, because we have got some track action coming your way, and those barriers we put in place as well, Hannah.
Yeah, the officials will be out there placing the steeplechase barriers back on the track. We have them for the heats of the men. All the favourites progressing fine in the men's steeplechase heats, but it is a straight final for the women, so that is our final track action for you. That's due off in around about 5 minutes. Just great pictures of our long jump medalists before that.
Such a character, isn't he, the Frenchman?
See the full result there. Erwan Kunate's World Under-20 lead, 7:12. Johan Andres Berrio, national Under-20 record, 7:97. Kavian Kerr, personal best, 7:90. So some great distances from those top three. Good jumps all the way down. Bulgarian of Armenia with a personal best as well. Lena of Kenya there in 10th place, another personal best.
Portuguese then for Belgium, leading in 4,381 points out of 5 events, and Dubek in second, and Spain, Sampasta in third there, a lead of 208 points for the Belgian. Well, this is our last event on track this evening, the women's 3,000 metre steeplechase. We have 16 athletes in this event. They'll all come running out of this great entrance there. The lights flashing, really are making a great entrance for all these athletes who are taking part in this. Well, in 2018 it was won by Kenya. Kenya have made big attempts to bring back this steeplechase title. They said it in the men's as well because it didn't go their way last time, but this time Kenya will be after this title, but they'll have a lot of competition in here. Out of the last 7 events, World Under-20 Championships, 6 of them have gone to Kenya. So Kenya, great track record in this event, only losing out in 2014 to Bahrain, of all countries. So there we go. How is it going to go here? So the fastest athlete in the field, she will start third from the inside. She's from Ethiopia. She competed at those Olympic Games. She was 8th in the final of the steeplechase there. She boasts a PB of 9:16.41. Zerfi Wanda Magenan, she goes then, the Ethiopian athlete. So Wanda Magagan, that's her in front of you. There's 2 Ethiopians in this, 2 Moroccan athletes. A lot of European athletes as well on the back of the European Under-20 Championships. They'll be looking to set their stall out here as well. You can see a couple of them there, Varga and Serrano. Varga from Hungary and Serrano from Spain. Varga, European Under-20 silver medalists. But yeah, 16 athletes in this women's 3,000 metre steeplechase final from Turkey. Then on your inside, trains at altitude, does Ozdogan, 10:17 her PB. Third in the steeplechase of the Europeans. This your lady to watch out for though, from Ethiopia, Wanda Majayan. Varga then, she goes for Hungary, Euro Under-20 silver medalist. From Kenya then, Cherotich, then she's inspired by the world record holder in this event. Kenya athlete again, Chepkoech on the outside. Hasn't got a time to her name at the moment, but she'll be fast, she'll know exactly what to do here. Cherotich then from Kenya will be looking strong. Varga as well. Ozdogan from Turkey. Watch this lady then as well. Ordamajian from Ethiopia. Experience in the Olympic Games. Steady and slow. Oof. Turkish athlete. Ozdogan has just gone to the final and slowed it right down. Surprised at that because she's been training at altitude in preparation for this, so you'd think she's used to these conditions. It literally looks like they're going for a jog in the park here. 16 athletes bunched up, Hannah. What a sight that is.
Yeah, this is not what you would expect to see from a final. It's a while till they hit a barrier. I think that will be just past the finish line, but I am concerned when they do hit a barrier because that is a big group to try and hurdle. It's okay when they're not into those barriers yet, but once they get into those barriers, this does not look good to me. I do wonder with the altitude, if you can keep this race nice and slow and then make it a shorter run race, the altitude will be less of an effect for these athletes. But you can see the two Kenyan athletes on the outside there, they've had enough. Jeb Koech keen to get this moving. Jeritich, they said that's not fast enough. Come on, this is a World Junior Championships. We're not going to run that slow.
Yeah, they're inspired by their countrymen as well. So be it Jeb Koech, the world record holder, they're safely over the barrier. We have to keep an eye out for everyone to make it over this barrier safely.
This is the first water jump. First go at a water jump from these women. Let's hope they all navigate it safely. Big pack still there behind. These four have separated themselves. Two Kenyans, two Ethiopians disappearing down the track. Can Varga do anything about this?
We said though, probably between these two countries, Kenya really wanting to keep this steeplechase crown at home, on home soil, as it is contested in Nairobi. But the Ethiopian athlete with all the experience just settling in behind these two also was at the 2019 World Championships as well. So great experience. She only made the heat of that one, progressed to the final in Tokyo, but what a class field we have.
Faith Chirotich and Jacqueline Koech happy to share the lead at the moment. Have to really go some to shake off Wanda Margin. Wanda Margin is doing her best to cover this move nice and smoothly. She's in third place at the moment. It's their second attempt at this water jump.
So yes, look there, the leader, Jeb Koech, she lands what looks like both feet when she lands in that water jump. So that's quite difficult. She doesn't obviously get a bit of a momentum coming out. It must be quite hard landing then just to really get going again, whereas most athletes land obviously on one foot, which is just kind of exaggeration of their running style. So very interesting technique used by this woman at the front of your screens. 5 laps to go now. 3:11 the first 1,000 meters. Hannah.
3:11, really good. That 9:30 pace at this altitude, that's not messing around at all. You're totally right, Jeb Koech. She will lose so much momentum. Double foot landing in that water jump. It's almost the first thing that a steeplechase coach will try and teach you not to do, but it's not doing her any harm at all. And Cheritich there, the second Kenyan on your screen. Not your traditional hurdle technique as well, but it's not doing her any harm. But Wanda Megan, for me, I think she's been caught napping here a little bit. The Kenyan athlete, Jeb Koech, is running away down the track, and that is building into a proper lead there for the Kenyan athlete.
This is interesting as well, because Wanda Megan has a 17-second PB over this athlete here. Jeb Koech then making light work of that technique. I'd love to get a steeplechase expert in to understand why she might be doing that, but yeah, so a 17-second faster PB as Wanda Megan, but haven't seen that put into play just yet. Surprised that they're letting this athlete, Jeb Koech, get so far away, especially with 4 laps to go.
Jeb Koech really has gone for this, and Wanda Margin, I don't know if she was a tiny bit complacent, thought, I've got a PB that's infinitely faster than these other women, but Wanda Megan at the moment, she has got a big gap to get back to Jacqueline Jeb Koech. Jacqueline Jeb Koech, traditional hurdling style over these other 4 barriers every lap. She's looking good, but here comes Wanda Megan. Has Jeb Koech paced this right? 3,000 metres is a long way if you get it wrong. Wanda Megan starting to launch her challenge to get back towards the lead.
Looks comfortable though, doesn't she, in second, the Ethiopian? But so does this athlete. The athlete leading. So she does go 1-2 very slightly. It's not as flat-footed as I originally thought, but not much in it. It's still not the technique I would have gone for if I was contesting, as so many other athletes do.
But I think something that the people that aren't familiar with steeplechase might not know, but that is a slope in there, and it's really hard to jump from a height over that hurdle onto a slope, and it's hard on your ankles, and so often people try and protect their feet, that's when they land double-footed, so that could be what Jep Koech is doing. It's also just, it's hard mentally when you can't feel your feet and where they're going. She's getting both feet wet and landing in that water, which will slow her down, but hey, it's not doing her any harm so far. Wanda Megan giving chase, but I don't think she's really making inroads on Chepretich. It could be a shock victory for Kenya over the Olympic representative from Ethiopia, Wanda Megan.
So as it stands, it's Jep Koech with a sizable lead. Back to Wanda Megan, the Ethiopian in second. Wanda Megan might be just starting to wrap the pace up though, but we'll watch her technique. She could be even, oh no, she got that one okay, because we thought she might be tiring and faltering slightly over the hurdles, but not at the moment. Oh, so in that one again. Jep Koech there, still pulling away. I'd love to get an angle to see just how great a lead she has. Looks about 10-20 metres or so at the moment, Hannah, and is it closing or is it getting even greater? That's the question.
Well, it's 6:24 through 2 kilometres for Jacqueline Jep Koech. She's coming up to 2 laps to go now. She's looking up at that big screen. Is this really happening? Am I leading the World Junior Championships by quite this much? And that was a fantastic hurdle. Driving into it and flying over it. No stuttering from Jacqueline Jep Koech. It was a 3:13 second kilometre, 3:11, 3:13. She's moving really well. And I don't think Wanda Megan can make up this gap. She's good. She's got a fantastic personal best of 9:16, but I'm not sure she can get all the way back to Jacqueline Jep Koech.
Well, we just saw then, didn't we, the back of your screen, Wanda Megan there. It looked like she really slowed down once she'd cleared that hurdle. Let's see if we can see it again now. Looks like those hurdles are actually proving quite difficult at this stage, with only about 600 metres to go for all of these athletes, well, especially this athlete, Jep Koech now. Coming round to penultimate water jump. Oh, stumbling a little bit coming out of that. She's going to actually have a slight back marker to contest now in the form of this athlete here. Sorry. The athlete's really struggling at this altitude. Some of them not used to it, of course, and it doesn't look like the athlete there from Finland is used to it. Jep Koech, though, is used to it. This is her home track, of course.
Jep Koech looking stronger and stronger with every 100 metres that goes by. She's hurdling fantastically. It's all about maintaining that speed into the barrier. She's doing that so well. Just 1 lap to go for Jep Koech. She's been brave. She's put herself out there to be shot at, and I think these back markers will help her. I cannot see Wanda Megan closing this down. She'd have to do a monumental last lap to chase down our Kenyan leader, Jacqueline Jep Koech. She can safely navigate. She has 3 barriers left to do. One of those is a water jump.
She's going past girls with such great records as well. Pattis there from Italy. She was a European Under-20 finalist only a couple of weeks ago. So quality athletes in this field, but being absolutely blown away by the athlete just going out of your screen. And Wanda Megan there did struggle with that hurdle a bit. She got a bit off balance, didn't she, getting over that one? But this is it. This is the final 200 metres, the last water jump, safely over by Jep Koech there. Can she find something extra in these last 110 metres? She looks like she is struggling as well. This is going to be a great time for this athlete from Kenya. She is going to keep the title in Kenya, that is for certain. Look, she's looking up at the screen. She knows she's got it. She can enjoy this last 20 metres. You are the champion. Looking happy there.
Fantastic of Jep Koech. 3:10 last kilometre. That's some serious running. Wanda Megan, Olympic representative for Ethiopia. She's Olympian already, 8th place at the Olympics. Just couldn't live with Jep Koech there. So consistent, 3:11, 3:13, 3:10. Completing her run with a 9:27 to her name. My maths has got to be off then. But 3:27, that's a fantastic time at this altitude, and especially as a junior athlete. Wanda Megan there at second place, and it is a 1-3 for Kenya. Chepretich picking up that bronze medal with a 9:44.
But it doesn't look like these athletes will challenge that much. They're still sprinting round to get their flags there. Jep Koech still had something left, didn't she? Wow, what scenes in the Kasarani Stadium. The teammates go and embrace each other there. Cheritic and Chepkovic, your gold and bronze medalist, and that's your silver medalist there. Wanda Megan from Ethiopia. But these two must be very proud to keep this title in Kenya. Personal best as well for Chepkovic. 9:27.40 next to her name. Yes, you can hold that flag high. Wanda Megan then this silver medalist here. Such an experienced athlete. We'll see her back to her best. I'm sure her best, of course, before this. 9:16.41 her personal best, so not quite up to speed, but she had a long season as this athlete. You know, the Olympic Games will have taken a lot out of these athletes, just the experience themselves mentally and physically. It's been a draining championship to be a part of because there's so much going on for a youngster especially. Yeah, a lot of these athletes would have put everything into that, and sea level, we're not there like many of these athletes would have been used to. We're at altitude, which is very different.
To say, I can't really think of anything harder than a 3,000 metre race, 3,000 steeplechase at altitude. Maybe a marathon or a half marathon, but it's a really, really tough event in itself. Just the sort of physiology of it, you flood your system with lactate, you need to recover, and limited oxygen is going to make that very hard. It didn't trouble our two Kenyan athletes with the first and third. Jacqueline Chepkoech looked really at home. Just imagine, it must have been such a fantastic crowd. If we had a crowd in here, it would have been taking a roof off. Victory for Kenya in the women's steeplechase.
Do you remember back in 2017 when the World Under-18s were here? They had 60,000 packed into this stadium, and athletes and fans alike were just loving the experience, and fans, I heard, were just trying to get a seat. It was at capacity and they were still waiting outside for a chance to get a glimpse of these athletes. But Cheritic there, she's your bronze medalist, but Chepkoech is your champion for Kenya with that unorthodox style of jumping over those water barriers. Some might say, but it works for her, so I'll keep it like that for now anyway. But look at her, comes flying down the home straight, passing a lot of athletes who still have a lap to go, but this is your champion, Jacqueline Chepkoech for Kenya, gold medalist. Great time for this athlete. She really is checking out the screen, just checking, still aware of everything going on around her. Am I the champion? Yes. Then she celebrates. Yes, you are. Whoa! Enjoys that, doesn't she? Little dance on the finish line there.
I like that swagger. We've had a lot of swagger from mainly the male long jumpers. I think he enjoyed his win. Like a little bit of swagger there from Chepkoech.
Absolutely. So many celebrations going on inside the stadium. That was the last track event though for this evening. We've had so much going on today. We've been going all over the place. So here we go then, just confirmation of those results. Chepkoech, a PB with the gold medal, 9:27.40. Zerfi Wanda Megan then in second, the silver medal, 9:35.22. Then Kenya in third, the bronze medal, Faith Cheritic, 9:44.76. All 16 athletes safely navigated those women's 3,000 metre steeplechase finals, because it was a tough ask for some of them. We saw, sorry, there didn't be the Finnish athletes struggling, possibly with the altitude, but great achievement with so many, because we know they have much better PBs at sea level, but great that they achieved this.
We are going to bring you a quick medal ceremony. We have the javelin men down there. See our presentation team getting those flags ready. Here are our top three from the men's javelin earlier, collecting their own medals, awarding their own medals. I love the Kenyan design on the ribbons. up a bunch of flowers as well. I wonder whether they'll make them home. They make their way over to the podium. We're focusing there on Janne Lasper. Great victory for the Finnish athlete.
The medalists will be acknowledged by
Washindi watatambulishwa nanji.
Adil Sumariwala, World Athletics
World
Council
Athletics
member.
Council member,
Mwanachama wa baraza
acknowledging
la
our
chama cha
medalists.
riadha
That's the
duniani.
protocol at these championships. But
Bronze
there are your
medalist
top
representing
three.
Nigeria.
It was third place.
Kutoka Nigeria,
Chenchirim
Shaba.
Chenchirim Namdi.
Nigeria. 74-48.
Silver medalist
Athletes will
representing
have their
Ukraine.
name engraved, I think, on the back of those
Kutoka
medals. A
Ukraine,
wonderful
Fedor.
memento to take home.
Arta
But it was
Felfner.
second place for Arta Felfner from the Ukraine. Taking home a fantastic silver medal for Ukraine, having a decent championship so far. Arta Felfner, 76-32.
Gold medalist and world under-20 champion representing Finland.
Our champion in the men's hammer, the men's javelin was Janne Lasper. Janne Lasper from Finland, 76-46. Hit that mark in the third round. Never look back.
Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of Finland.
Mabibi na mabwana, wimbo wa taifa la Ufini.
Ladies and gentlemen, please acknowledge our World Under-20 Championship medalists.
Mabibi na mabwana, tuwatambue washindi wetu wa medali.
These field events have been so entertaining. Hannah and I have loved watching and commentating on them. Such great competitors. 76-46 in his first attempt as well for Janne Lasper there of Finland. Well, they're all going to join him now on the top step, rightly so. You can enjoy the next 2 days of action. It's always nice, isn't it, to get your event out the way so you can really soak up the atmosphere at these World Championships or at these junior events. It's a chance to make friends as well. Friends probably for life, Hannah. I don't know about you, but you must have come across some friends that you're still, in touch with throughout your championships. Maybe a couple of people that you've gone to weddings or really seen kind of grow up as the years have gone by.
No, it is a wonderful sport for that. I think many sports are. Sport's just a wonderful arena. It's very raw. You go through an awful lot of emotion, but it does forge some really nice friendships, and internationally as well. You really hope for these junior athletes. They've had this experience. They would have been out in that competition arena with some athletes that they've never met before, but they will have bonded over this experience, and they'll see each other again. There'll be those touch points through their career, and they can build that relationship and support each other as they develop into senior athletes.
Well, we hope you've absolutely loved day 3 here. We have had so much action. We hope you've been able to keep up, because we've been jumping from field event to track event, back to field event, to the hurdles, to the steeplechase. I probably missed something there because there's been so much going on. We've had a World Under-20 record, we've had championship records, we've had world leads, you name it. These championships have been producing the goods time and time again, and we still have 2 more days of action as well. Some teams then in Kasarani Stadium, just enjoying everything they've seen today as well. Let's give you a little bit of a recap there.